Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy, do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
Got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their court.
The fireworks are not done.
Now we're getting commentary on the case.
Dati mihi Anglican police verbal lieutenant.
That's literally not true.
Is that correct?
I didn't ask you to interrupt me.
Oh, for Trump's sake.
Good morning, welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and it's dark in here apparently. What's with that camera? Oh man, we must have had a power bump or something. We'll get that fixed. Good morning, good morning. I can see you even if you can't see me. Let's get this all set up here. Give you a little more light. How's that? Is that okay? A little more? Touch more? Yeah? All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to everybody except possibly, depending on how you look at it, Kim. Kim, you were, where are you? Why are you not? Should be easier than this. I'm on the right network. Why is it not working? Kim, I'm trying to give you the internet, but apparently the internet's broken. I have to do it manually. There we go. Yes, now, Kim, congratulations. It's too cold. It's cold. It's going to be freezing, literally tonight, freezing in North Carolina. So that's going to be exciting. So far, I think this will be our first real freeze. We've had a teensy bit of frost previously, but that's it. I had the window open last night. It felt wonderful. Probably not tonight. I'm thinking Mrs. R.A. would not be a fan of the window being open in our bedroom at night. Tonight, as it's going to be just a tiny bit chilly. So that's coming, which is exciting. But welcome, Kim. Congratulations, you're an internet owner. For the rest of today until we go live again. Not sure where that came from. But when we do, we'll strip the internet from you. But until then, you are responsible for everything IP related worldwide. Yeah. So do it. I have a window open. Hubs hates it. I think it feels great. Nice cool air. We built fires to keep warm the past 2 nights. That's cold, Red Pen. That's cold. Tony Zamora, member for 11 months as an attorney. Tony, thank you very much for your support, my friend. Best 11 months ever. Love to be part of the team. Tony, thank you. Appreciate it. He's often a pair of eyes when I can't be watching to watch for things that happen. Lets me know. I appreciate that, Tony. It's wonderful. First flowers should be around. First flowers. Like dandelions? Dandelions come during the winter here. Tony's a great help. Appreciate it. I'm shoveling. Don't want that much winter. I don't want to shovel. I do own a snow shovel of sorts. By snow shovel, it's basically like a flat piece of metal attached to a stick. That's as snow shovel-y as I get. And thankfully, I've not had to use it since I came here. And I plan on keeping that record the same. I'd like to never use my snow shovel. If we can just make that a thing, that would be great. I know it's a great workout and everything, but it's all the wrong kind of workout. It's like all the wrong muscles and muscle groups. So, for those that did get a little bit of snow, I realize right now we're not going to get into politics at all, but travel is a mess in the United States right now. Just absolutely a mess. Not sure if it's being fixed anytime soon. If you do have to travel, I know some of the storm chasers are having trouble. Some of the news reporters that travel around are having trouble. It's a rough one out there. Hopefully everything gets resolved before Thanksgiving, which is typically one of the busiest travel seasons in the country around the nation. Britta Aller, member for 30 months. Thank you for all your support during this difficult time. Britta, our hearts go out to you and your family in the loss of your dad. Thank you. Thanks for sharing the struggle with us and helping us lift in what little way we can. But thank you very much. Major support on the channel. Britta, would not be the same without you here. Kelly H. Hey, you. Thank you for the super sticker, Kelly. Good morning. Greeners. Member for 30 months. This place is starting to grow on me. So just a teeny bit. Just a teeny bit. You're right at home here, Greeners. Tony Zamora. We mentioned him at 11 months as an attorney. Thank you very much. Michelle Mixed Media Madness, or 3M. 4M, sorry. I had to do the counting. I finally passed the 2-year mark. Been missing in action with my job, but I'd love to pop in when I can. Thanks for the great community. And, hang on. And then Mindy FS, member for 24 months. Finally, my pink courthouse. Love y'all. Guess what? Britta Aller, Greeners, Michelle Mixed Media Madness, Mindy FS, and of course Reverend Beasy, who just tacked this on the end. Oh, geez! All of you have passed the 20-month mark, which makes you each and individually an OG. Thank you very much. An original GOAT, greatest of all time. Sweet Magnolia, 15 months, subscribed and watched in Stout. Loved every minute. Thank you very much. Reverend Beasy, member for 22 months. LOL, more like 32 months. Reverend Beasy, you're an OG as well. But you know, even on the 22 months, you qualify for many reasons. All right. Good morning. Hope your day is going just absolutely fabulous. I had a great weekend. Got some good rest. Oh my goodness, I got a ton of sleep. I have to share. I'm normally not like this. This is probably a podcast story, but I'm normally not the guy who's like walk off a sprained ankle type dude. I'm not. My pain tolerance is right there above. Ow, it hurts.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
I have a pain threshold, and I don't like approaching it or passing it. And I remember back in the days when I worked in a steel plant, we were, working with sheet metal and huge beams and everything else, and people were getting injured way too often. No fatalities in our plant, but others in the company there were fatalities. It was a dangerous environment, big, heavy, powerful machinery, and just ridiculous amounts of steel. Coworker works about 50 feet away from me, cut his hand on the edge of steel. So it was flying through. It's being sucked through machines and shaped and stuff. And he cut his hand, cut right through his glove. And he was working by himself, which is not allowed. And so he just went to his Jeep and got out his med bag from when he was in the, like a halo jumper in the military. And he just stitched up his hand. No anything, just right there, just stitched it up. That's not me. But a little bit this weekend, I was out doing some yard work. Most of Saturday, I spent doing yard work. We're pruning trees, cutting things back. The bushes around the Airbnb had just gotten a little out of control. Cleaning up, just making it all nice and beautiful. I sort of have to time that with when our renter, who sometimes sleeps during the day and sometimes sleeps during the night, depending on what their nursing schedule is, when they are not there sleeping. And so it coincided with my availability. I'm like, I've got to get everything done around the Airbnb, around the outside. So in doing that, I'm cutting stuff back and I'm pruning back some of the branches to give the squirrels access to my roof and all that. And even though I knew it was there, I made the mistake, and I'm wearing shorts as I always do because I live in North Carolina and it's beautiful. I make the mistake as I'm, working the hedge trimmer up in the air on this overgrown bush, I kick a yucca plant. And I'm not sure if it's a yucca plant. I don't think it's a cactus, but it's yucca, Y-U-C-C-A. I think that's what it is. I think I'm saying it correctly. I don't know why I have one, honestly. I don't like it. It's probably my second least favorite plant in my yard. It looks sort of like an aloe vera without any of the bumps along the leaves. It's just got these long, narrow leaves that come to a razor sharp tip that just tries to stab you. And somehow I nail this thing right on my shin, and it stabs. And I look down, and by the time I look down, there's already blood running down on over my shoe. Like it's gone over my sock. It's gone over, and it's just like filling up. I don't know. I didn't know I had a vein in the front of my shin there. So I'm like, ow, that hurt. And the plant leaf I kicked, where it was very sharp and had that needle-like point, no longer had the needle-like point because it was in my leg. And I have no tweezers in this house, like no pairs of tweezers. Like it's like a splinter, but it's more like a needle that just breaks off in your shin. And it's right, just above the ankle, just a couple inches above the ankle. I won't show you. And so I'm thinking, first of all, I get the bleeding to mostly stop, but I can feel there's like a black thing in there. I can feel, I just can't get at it. And it's not sticking out. No, Mrs. Ari doesn't have 10 tweezers. My son, who moved to Idaho, had like all the tweezers. I don't know why he has a collection of tweezers, but he moved with them, so I have none. So I'm thinking, I've got to do something about this. And Mrs. Ari is, I've got a prank call. Hang on one second. Hold, please. Hello? Oh, they hung up. Okay, we'll watch for them. They might call back. So Mrs. R.A. is like, nope, I can't help. For some reason, she's like, I can smell the blood, and that's just too much. And so I'm thinking, what medical supplies do I have? And the answer is none. I've got Band-Aids, and that's it. And I wasn't ready for the Band-Aid yet. So I tell little Miss R.A., grab me one of those Stanley razor blades for my tools for like when I have to cut carpet and things like that. Grab me a new one of those. Get me some 91% isopropyl alcohol. And I'm like, any tweezers? And there's none. And she's like, well, I found these. And she finds those plastic dental tools, which is basically just like another yucca leaf, but made out of plastic. And I sat down, and I had to cut the wound because it was a spike. I had to cut it vertically on my shin, like perform surgery on myself with a Stanley knife to get it open so I could dig the spine out with a toothpick. And I did it. And so basically right now I'm just telling you this to let you know I'm ready to take whatever exam it is for nursing. I'm pretty much a doctor right now because I nailed it first try. And so I'm pretty much, if you guys have any health concerns that require a Stanley knife and a toothpick, I'm your guy. So, did the gang? No, it feels great. Honestly, it's like I put a Band-Aid on it just because, I thought it would look better, and it's better. There's no soreness. There's no infection. I was pouring alcohol on it and dipping the razor blade in the cup full of alcohol. I don't know how else I could have done it better. Pretty much, it was like a textbook deep splinter recovery from a shin on yourself. Can we get back to our usual business? No, I just thought I'd share. That's my weekend. I thought I'd share how my weekend went. Anyway, the renter, going back to the renter story, after I'll do birthdays now. Hang on. The renter, let me tell you this. I would have gone with amputation. You guys are awful. The renter, I took out the blower. I cleared off all the leaves, everything. We weeded the little hill, the flower hill that used to be a tree stump that we covered with bark and dirt and everything. We weeded that. It's amazing out there. Our renter did not come home like after her normal shift would be. As a matter of fact, she was gone for the entire weekend. She had gone back home to her house for the weekend because she had a couple days off. And in the meantime, the wind blew and fall came, and the entire yard is covered with leaves again. The renter has no idea that I completely cleaned her parking space, and it was like pristine for her to park her little Corvette, Mercedes, whatever thing it is. And I even bought a new mat for the doormat, a new welcome mat. She has no clue, because now it looks like it was worse than before. Anyway, we have to celebrate birthdays this morning, then we can get to watching court. Let's see, we have Bert 2 today, Jenny R, 13, and our backstage helper mod, Cachette, are celebrating their special day. Cachette, happy birthday. Jenny, happy birthday. Let's celebrate together, all of us in style. If you would join with me wherever you are, stand up, take a deep breath, shoulders back, project your voice to the back of the room, blend your voice with your neighbor, warm up with me if you will. La 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 la. All right. Celebrate the birthdays and then let's get good. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jenny R13 and Cachette. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. You look good.
Yes. Good timing on that, Judge Fleischer. Thanks for weighing in. Jenny R and Cachette, there are many wonderful days. Today is your special day. There are a million places you could be, a million people you could have been with, but you chose to be here with us. The privilege, pleasure, the honor is ours. Hopefully we can make your day a little more specialer by help to free pancakes at Denny's, IHOP, Village Inn, Waffle House, McDonald's, Tammy Dunlap's house, Andy's Grill, Bob Evans, and Cracker Barrel. Sorry, I had a buffer there in the middle. My brain just turned off. I don't know why that was. It's a Monday. It's a Monday, that's why. These pancakes look so good. Like, of all the emojis that I would eat, the pancakes are the one. You've got that big slab of butter on top and the original organic, pure natural Vermont maple syrup over the top. Oh, it looks tasty. Dancers are doing their thing. Let's let the birthday song continue. The song will stop. The party will not. It will continue. Duct tape was invented to patch up submarines in the ocean. Drum solo for a big finish. I'm reading chat, just catching up on what I missed when I was telling the story. Everyone help me finish the birthday song. Beautiful. Beautiful. I actually did Google at JMR. I took a picture of my yucca plant to see if there was a different variety. And I had AI, analyze it and tell me if the plant was dangerous, if I happen to have broken off a piece in my leg. And it said, if you leave it in there, it could get infected, but unless you eat a lot of it, you're probably fine. And I'm not planning on eating any of it, just for the record. So, although I did see a squirrel climbing up my, what is it? I think it's a dogwood tree, which I pruned back a little bit. And I pruned back the branches that it uses to jump from the dogwood tree to the roof. And it ran up the tree, and it had the most perplexed look on its face when the branch it normally uses was not there anymore. I felt bad, and we fed it a whole bunch of sunflower seeds in the yard. But if they caught the guy on the run near, not that I know of, and for some reason they think he's still just hanging around right where they're looking. I don't. I think he's moving on. But I haven't heard of any new sightings yet. Probably find is kind of like mostly dead. Yeah, I should be okay. You should also keep some Gorilla Glow in your first aid kit. It works wonders. Gorilla Glue? No, it helps with grip. You had a guy with a backhoe. We had a guy with a backhoe dig out a yucca for me. It was the only way to remove it. What about fire? Is firework? I didn't know they were. All I know is that I don't want to get anywhere near to the center of it because it has those spikes. Yeah, that was not fun. It was not fun. My daughter works in a butcher's, and her friend cut her arm, and they glued it back with Gorilla Glue. I'll keep it right next to my Stanley razor blades. So I'll add that to the kit. All right. Good morning. Good morning. It is a quiet morning today out there. Sounds like a live stream. How to get rid of a plant. There will be blood. I can tell you that. If you're doing anything with the yucca plant, there will be blood. We just, if you missed it on Friday, we just got our verdict, and it's done. Veterans Day tomorrow on Tuesday. Because of that, maybe some courts are playing hooky today as well. Half my company's off today and make a 4-day weekend with a holiday tomorrow. Fat Moto, are you working in place? You're doing all their jobs while they're gone? Is that it? Took the day as a vacation day. It's very common to do that, to extend the weekend. For those that get tomorrow off anyway, just burn a PTO day and take a long weekend. We got a verdict in what case? The last one we were following, which escapes me. I cannot remember. Vegas beheading trial is crazy. It is. I don't think we have the first. If I remember correctly, is that the one where they showed the pornographic image during the open? The defense did that. Is that the one we're talking about? And like everybody had to take down their YouTube feed so they didn't get their accounts banned because they just threw it up on the screen without any warning. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they had to. That's the one. Yeah, I'm worried that that's going to come up again. That's what I'm worried about. And I don't want to risk my channel there. I realize it's spicy and yelling back and forth, and the court decorum is gone. Justice laid bare, really. So I hesitate to do that one without knowing. Yeah, we were on Matthew Paul. That's the one we were on. Mr. Paul. Found guilty. Could not believe it. Still stunned. Can't believe they didn't buy our story. Can we do it without the first day openings? The first day, everyone who had that video up has cut that portion out if they put it back up. Some people just cut that part of the live stream and restarted it and just deleted it to get it off there so YouTube didn't ban their channel immediately. Yeah. Uriah, we had the Uriah verdict as well. I think that was both in the week, didn't it? It was in the week. Or Uriah Uric was our last one. Yeah. I was planning on watching either Judge Middleton or Judge Simpson today. Judge Simpson is just chilling. He's done nothing. Judge Middleton,
difficult criminal sentences,
is working, but he's had a slow morning. It's starting wasting his time.
10:30.
He was doing some civil matters, but some criminal sentences at 10:30.
Because you have to avoid the hospital. Mm-hmm. You carry on now. All the best, and see that you have something light to eat also in advance. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you should stay in the. All right. Then we have that matter. We may be able to start that early, which would help because I have a meeting at noon.
Don't be late for your meeting, Judge. My face looks sunburned because I completely messed up my chroma key, when the power went out.
Good morning. Are you Tamara German?
Yes, I am.
This is Judge Middleton. Thank you for logging in. You're a little early, about 2 or 3 minutes, but let me make this. You're the second case we've had this morning from Elaine Drive, where my relatives, the Evil Sizers, lived for 60 years.
Oh, we've lived out here a while.
All right. Anyway, this is LVNV Funding versus Tamara German, 251445GC. It appears that you've reached an agreement with Mr. Stillman's office, and I see a signed consent order indicating that you agreed to $833.50 damages, court costs of $126.40, and a $75 statutory attorney fee for a total of $1,034.90.
Okay, we're going to bail.
And you're going to pay $20 a month.
Judge Simpson just finally started. I'm going to jump over there.
They were going back and forth. I can't remember exactly what was said, but I remember the person outside of the day was like, just go on about your day. And the rep was like, I don't have to. I'm not for it.
Okay. So this conversation goes on.
Is this a trial?
And what happens?
I think it's preliminary exam.
Then the person on the driver's side started shooting.
Okay.
Started shooting.
So that I can be clear, ma'am. The person saying, go about your day, which side were they on?
The driver's side.
That was the person on the driver's side. Okay, yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Do you remember, was that individual like towards the front of the car, the driver's side window, rear of the vehicle?
The driver's side window.
Okay. And you said, what did he start doing?
He started shooting.
It sounds serious. He started shooting.
How many, can you walk us through that scenario? What was happening? How many shots did you hear?
At least 5.
Okay. Is it all from one person?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever see the firearm used?
It was so quick.
Fair. I'm just wondering, do you know if it was a pistol, rifle, something different? If you know. If you don't know, I don't want you to. Okay. How long did that, you said it was very quick. How long did that happen for?
Objection, the witness just said it very quick.
Overruled. She can answer it if she can.
About 5 minutes.
From front to end, from the start to the end?
It had to be not even 20 minutes.
Okay. What's the next thing that you hear or see?
Does the bailiff have a mohawk? The corrections guy back there?
The next thing is we're driving to the hospital. I'm hit. He drove himself to the hospital.
Who said that?
Right.
Okay. And where do you guys end up going?
St. Jude. The hospital nearby, I'm not sure.
Okay. And how did you guys get there?
He drove. The road drove himself.
Okay. Do you recall what the path of travel was? How he got from the Ichiban to the
It's just
hospital?
around the corner, so it's not very far.
Okay. And how familiar are you with the Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti, Pittsfield area?
I'm not very familiar with it,
Okay.
but I know it's not too far from Ichiban Hospital.
Okay. All right. What happens when you guys get to the hospital?
When we get to the hospital, I get out, tell the workers he's shot. They run outside, they take him to the vet.
Okay. When you're when you're outside at that point, did you have an opportunity to view his Cadillac?
Yes.
Did you see any damage to the car?
Yes, it was photos.
Josh says there might be video of this.
I know, again, this might seem silly, but were there any bullet holes in the Cadillac before going to the Ichiban that day?
No.
Let me go back and see if we have some video that we can see on this one. Here we go. Then we'll skip ahead to current time.
For purposes of the prelim exam.
Understood. Exhibit 1 is admitted.
Okay, so we might have dash cam video or something. Cell phone video. It's a pretty little lake.
Okay. You can see the screen in front of you.
Yes.
Is it on that screen that's in front of you? Oh, perfect. All right. And this is the video footage that you were able to collect from the Dollar General.
It is.
Can you, before I play this video, if you want to refer to the video screen that's behind you, can you tell me where the Ichiban is in relation to this video?
The Ichiban would be, we're looking southbound.
What is Ichiban?
Into the parking lot. There is a roadway separating. If you see the subject walking.
Yep.
In the middle of the screen. Between the subject and closer, there was a dividing roadway. Behind that subject, where they're currently at approximately, would be the entrance to the parking lot for the Ichiban. The Ichiban would then be that parking lot behind that person would be utilized for the Ichiban, as the building that you can see in the upper right-hand corner of the video contains the Ichiban.
So you see where that tree is amongst those parked cars on the right side of the screen?
Yes.
Is that building where the Ichiban is?
That's correct.
Okay. All right.
Roll tape. Ooh, that car's flying. Zoom. A car after them. Zoom. And another car. Dude in white is just like wandering around the parking lot. He hasn't started running or ducking, so I'm not sure if any shooting started yet. Is it that car way on the other side that we have to worry about? Well, yeah, there's some people up there. It's tiny. Comes the white car again. Now there's running and driving. So the shooting had to have happened right then. So confused. This was the best camera angle they had. The storefront awning of the Dollar General.
Detective Erskine, that's the relevant.
Okay, so there's the video.
I think you've already identified the Cadillac, but now there's another car in the frame. Do you recognize that vehicle?
Yeah.
And what vehicle?
The 300.
Okay. Is that the car that you previously identified as the white SUV?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't remember that exact.
Viewing this video, does it refresh your recollection?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Your Honor, with that, I don't have it. Hold on just a second.
Ichiban is a Japanese steakhouse and grill. Sounds delicious and expensive. Irvin Beasy. That's probably why I don't know what it is. I generally don't go to expensive restaurants. The Red Lobster is about the high end that I go when I'm doing fine dining.
Yeah. All right. I want to just bring your attention back. You said that there was one on the driver's side of the vehicle and one on the passenger side of the vehicle. How certain are you that that's exactly how it went out? That it played out?
It was almost 4 years ago.
Yep.
I can't remember exactly what position. I know that they walked up. One was on my side, one was on his side.
Okay. I'm going to play the video just to see if that refreshes your recollection.
Objection, Your Honor. She's answered that question twice. Prosecutor's doing his best to change her testimony. This video has been shown.
I'm going to sustain the objection. She's testified to what she knows. She's also qualified in that it was 4 years ago.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. I don't have any other questions for this witness at this point in time.
All right. Cross.
No questions, Your Honor.
You have no questions? All right. Thank you. You may step down.
Your Honor, may she be excused?
Any objection?
None.
This witness is excused.
Thank you, then.
They do fire trucks while cooking the meal. What's a fire truck? I mean, I know what a fire truck is, but how does that apply to a restaurant? Must be at least 4 to 6 people per table. Only been there once. Too much.
Oh, your next witness.
One of our witnesses has an attorney that's supposed to be here, but I haven't seen that attorney yet. So run out to the hallway to see if I saw them.
I've never seen this defense attorney handle a case. He's always just doing preliminary stuff. But I guess this is preliminary, but I've never seen a case get this far with him. He's always just doing quick paperwork and pleas.
Sir, come forward to be sworn.
Yep.
See, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to affirm the testimony about to give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. See, state and spell your first and last name for the record.
Mr. Mullen, thank you for being here today. You have previously testified in a matter, and I think you've been given some form of immunity agreement with my office. Is that right?
Ooh.
So the paperwork still says immunity.
Okay, but you've had an opportunity to speak to an attorney about that agreement and prior to your previous testimony. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I appreciate you being here today. We have your name. How old are you?
36.
And are you familiar? I'm just going to go through a couple names real quick. Are you familiar with someone by the name of Kathy Gray?
Yes.
And does she have a nickname? Libby-ish?
Ish.
Okay. Are you also familiar with a Nia Lee? I'm sorry if I got that wrong.
I think you got that wrong.
Okay. How do you say the name? Miss Lee? Oh, Nia. Okay. And are you familiar with somebody by the name of Marvin Sullivan?
Yes.
Okay. Is that somebody who you see in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Okay. Just tell me what he's wearing and if he's seated at a table or not.
Seated at the table right there. Jumpsuit.
Okay. Any common nicknames that you're aware of for Mr. Sullivan?
I call him Greedy.
Greedy?
Call him greedy? There's got to be a story there.
Are you familiar with the Ichiban restaurant on Washtenaw, here in Washtenaw County? Okay. Do you recall going there back in June of 2021?
Did he eat all the food?
Okay. Do you
say that again, sir? You need to speak up.
I frequent that restaurant.
Okay. If you just keep your voice up, that'll pick it up. But
do you recall what kind of car you were driving back in June of 2021?
Yeah, I showed me the Chrysler 300.
Yep. Do you recall what color it was?
Brownish, silverish, goldish.
Brownish, silverish, goldish Chrysler 300.
The matter that we talked about, there was a day that you were going to the Ichiban and you were meeting other people, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember how many people you were supposed to be meeting?
I don't.
Okay. Do you remember how you got there?
I drove.
Is that same vehicle, that 300?
Yes.
Who else was in the car with you?
My girlfriend and children.
Okay. And who is your girlfriend?
At the time, Shalani, Washington.
And how many kids?
2.
What are their ages?
Minors.
I like that it said girlfriend and not baby mama.
Like toddlers, maybe a little older?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Do you recall there being some kind of an incident that occurred at that Ichiban?
Yeah.
What was the first thing that you remember happening when you got to the Ichiban?
Remember a guy almost hit my car. I don't know like exactly how it happened. It was some type of incident, whatever so an accident.
Okay. That Ichiban is placed kind of like out on its own in that plaza. Is that right?
Oh, like not connected to the other.
Right.
Yeah.
Did this happen on the front side of the building or the rear side of the building? This almost accident.
I guess you could say the side of the building.
Okay.
Almost had an accident and ended in gunfire.
Like that's kind of like a blind turn there. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. There was not a crash though, right?
No.
Okay. What's the next thing that happens after that near collision?
After I parked the vehicle, the gentleman who was driving the Cadillac reversed and approached angrily, asking, he didn't really say, I don't really remember what the conversation was, but
he was upset. And when I say upset, we can agree he was angry? Okay. When you parked your car, you said that he had to reverse. Am I led to believe that you had to park behind him then?
Yeah.
So he reversed back to you, to where your car was? Okay. Does he ever get out of the car? Okay. All right, so you guys or he's at least yelling at you. What's the next thing that happens at that point in time?
He insinuates in the fact that I'm not going to be able to.
I'm sorry.
He tells me that I'm not going to be able to go into the restaurant and enjoy my meal. That I have to get out of there, one way or another.
Okay. All right.
So the owner?
So what happens
that
next?
you have to get out of where?
Out of the parking lot of the restaurant. He said I'm not going to be able to go into the restaurant and enjoy a meal with my girlfriend and my children.
Got it. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Excuse me, sir. You can't enjoy a meal here.
What happens?
That was the conversation.
After that, he starts like gesturing and fidgeting around the car. He was eating his food, then he put the food down, picked up the cell phone, put the cell phone down, told me I wasn't gonna be able to go into the restaurant and enjoy the meal with my girlfriend and my children.
I don't think he said that.
Next thing you know, after he's fidgeting, I'm focused on him, but I'm scared for my life at this point.
Fair enough. I'm going to pause you right there. Okay.
Pause you.
Where are you in relation to the car at this point in time?
I'm outside the window.
His window?
Like, probably about 6 feet or so from his car.
The driver's side window?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there at this point in time anybody with you in the parking lot?
To my knowledge, I was out there by myself.
Okay. At some point in time, does anybody join you in that parking lot?
I don't remember somebody joining me. From the video you guys showed, informed me that somebody was there. Then, yeah, but I don't remember somebody.
Okay. All right. So what's the next?
Your car, there were only 4 people,
Yes, sir.
right? You, your girlfriend, and 2 kids.
Yes.
Okay.
Did any of those people get out and come out into the parking lot
I don't remember anybody getting up.
from the 300?
Anybody getting up.
Okay. And what about, was there another car that was supposed to be, that you were supposed to be meeting with there?
There was supposed to be more people coming, but I don't know what they were driving.
Okay. Do you know who those other people were that you were at least anticipating? I'm not sure if it's the entire party or part of the party, whatever.
I anticipated maybe Marvin.
Okay. And so then what happens next?
After he told me I wasn't going to be able to go in the restaurant, got visiting around, shots rang off, and
That's fine.
That's pretty much it.
Did you have a firearm in your possession at that point in time?
I don't really remember. I don't want to lie. I'm saying
I don't remember
Okay.
if I had a gun.
Did you fire any shots?
Oh, before you enter, he had counsel.
He did for that prior hearing.
And your attorney's not here today.
Yeah,
Well, hold on a second.
Don't say
You were
anything.
presented with some type of an agreement.
What?
Well, some papers that you talked about when you first came in. No.
Subpoena? No, we're talking about
there
the
was
immunity.
Mr. Emmons asked you a question about an immunity agreement.
Yeah.
And you said there were some papers or something that you were given, but nothing was signed.
Yeah.
Okay. You wish to be, I'm not sure what the testimony is going to be, to have an attorney represent you.
Yes.
You have an attorney, or
I think
you do? Do you know where they are?
they're based out of Detroit, Michigan.
Do you know who is it?
Wyatt Harris.
Wyatt Harris? All right.
Can I approach the counsel briefly?
Sure.
Sure. Step right up. This is weird. This guy's approaching the area where he's might be confessing to a crime. That's why Judge Cedric Simpson is being so careful right here. Before you admit you have a firearm, or before you say you did not have a firearm, or that you say you don't remember if you did, because we know that you did remember, you're in a gray area. You might A, get prosecuted if you don't have an immunity agreement that covers this. You might B, get prosecuted if you break your immunity agreement because you're not telling the whole truth. You're in dangerous zone right here. So, Denise Feldman. Good morning from 12,000 feet up, taking a day trip to San Diego. Hope everyone has a fabulous day. I'm glad you got on your flight. A lot of people, a lot of flights not happening right now. But Denise, 34 months makes you an OG. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day trip to San Diego. Let's see. We have. Let's let them finish their little sidebar. I'm sure they're talking about this very thing. This witness is represented currently, and he should have his attorney present. Let's see if this goes on.
Think of it as PT.
Young man, did you want to try to reach the attorney, or? Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take a recess. I'm going to give you an opportunity to do that. If, however, you've indicated to the court that you want to be represented by counsel. If, however, I'm somewhat informed, and I'm not trying to get into anybody's attorney-client, that Mr. Harris may not be representing you beyond where he represented you before. Okay, I don't know that to be the case. That's what I may be informed of.
Maybe.
If that's the case,
I might know.
You need to let the court know. We will try to arrange so that you can at least speak with an attorney prior to any further testimony. Okay?
Because
all right. Very good. You may step down.
To enter a dangerous
Go
territory.
back. Court's going to stand in recess. I'm going to let my let somebody from the prosecutor's office or my bailiff know once you've reached Mr. Harris. All right. Thank you. Court's in recess.
All rise.
It just got good. All right. Judge Middleton has some criminal stuff coming up today that we might be able to catch up on.
Attorneys, then we'll discuss your options. So make sure you do that, okay? All right. Right, and I don't disagree, and I understand that, but if it's not going to work out, you need to at least see what your other options are. Okay? Step in front of the clerk.
Mimi D1, no better place to start my day. 30 months makes you an OG. Good morning, Mimi.
Let's see. Mr. Parker on Angel Coleman. Did I lose Mr. Parker?
Managing moderators can now manage
did
blocked
Alan
words
walk out that way?
and change chat modes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get the bailiff is gonna.
Denisha, not an OG, but I love you guys. Thank you very much, Denisha. 7 months, you're moving right up there.
I feel like there's cold air blowing.
Oh, there's cold air everywhere, Judge. We're all freezing.
Miss Coleman.
Bless you.
Miss Coleman, you can come on up.
So hearing Friday for the landlady who's renting out that 15-room home.
All right, ma'am. Are you Angel Coleman? And Mr. Parker, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment? Ms. Coleman, in cause number 25, DCCR 0888, you're charged with the second-degree felony offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And how do you plead to that charge? And are you pleading guilty freely and
assault in
voluntarily?
the Mickey Mouse shirt?
And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with? I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Parker? Do you fully understand them? And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 6-year deferred probation. There would be a $1,000 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding? Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1. It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. Coleman is not competent? All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily, find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, but I'm going to reset your case for sentencing. And so the probation department will do a pre-sentence report. That'll just give me more information about you and your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. On your way out of the courtroom today, you need to stop and talk to probation, and she's sitting at that desk right over there in the brown sweater, okay?
If I may, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I apologize, I don't have the file that was set for initial,
Yes.
let off initial, so don't have the complainant's name handy, but I would
I have
have
it.
just in the pendency of the PSI.
Yeah.
I know contact order be enforced.
So-
That she not possess a deadly weapon and that restitution amount is determined.
Yes, ma'am. So, Ms. Coleman, also as a condition of your bond right now, you are to have no contact or communication with Stanley Moore. Okay? That's in person. Do y'all have, what's the relationship?
He's my mom's best friend, so he's my uncle.
Okay,
Mom's
so
best
there's no
friend?
reason, there's not like he's any close relationship for you to have any contact or communication with at all. That means obviously in person, but don't send messages or send messages through anybody or anything like that. Also, you are not to have any type of deadly weapon, including a firearm, as a condition of that bond. Do you understand?
No guns.
Okay, we'll see you back at sentencing.
No guns. 6
Don't
years
forget
deferred
to go talk to her first.
for assault with a deadly weapon.
Thank you. Let's see, is Mr. Barrington here? Christine Dallas Barrington. Mr. Cat, you've got Davin Kalina. I need everyone to put.
The bailiff's cut on.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Good. You're Davin Kalina? And this is cause number 24, DCCR 2432. Mr. Galena is charged with injury to a child, elderly, or disabled individual. And what is the announcement?
The announcement, Judge, you raised this last time because Ms. Buffino and I discussed trying to see if he could get approved for pretrial diversion.
Right.
That did not. That was not successful. I think the next step, we're going to try to schedule a meeting with Mr.
Speak up just a little
Sorry.
bit. Just for,
I see you.
She's trying.
Which is usually not my problem. Speaking low is usually like quiet. Ms. Malfino and I are going to probably try to schedule a meeting with Mr. Giblin to see if we can get something worked out on this one.
Okay, so I'll just do one more reset. This will be the last
Yes, ma'am.
announcement. And I know we've got some holidays coming up, so make sure y'all get that taken care of in between all that, and then we'll get an announcement the next court date.
Offer an alternative, Judge. There's just
Okay.
a lot of positive, I think, about this young man that we'd like to try to see if
Okay.
there's another avenue.
All right, just stay in touch with Mr. Cat, and he'll let you know when you need to be back or anything you need to do in the meantime, okay? All right, thank you. Y'all are free
Did
to
you
go.
say we're trying to find something positive about this young man?
See, Mr. Gertz, you've got Remington Boykin. Good morning. Good. How are you?
Busy.
Yeah.
Let's see, Judge Webster's live in Kansas. Let's jump over there.
And you're with, did you say collections? You said the 13th, didn't you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Is there no Mr. Ragier? Oh, this
And
is
then
civil.
I also showed Bourbon Charts. I believe he's filed a motion to waive
What was that name again?
fines that the district attorney has entered an appearance and argued. So I was not sure if we needed to be here for that, but
Bourbon Charts.
normally we provide balance information for the court, which we've done in this case.
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
That's a name. Parents might be guilty of a crime.
But the way you work, Ms. Poyer, do you work kind of with the county attorney or separately of the county attorney?
We're generally separate, similar, obviously, interests, but separate.
So do you want to go ahead and take up your case? Well, we need Mr. Patterson then. Just can't get all the players in one particular case, but I'm trying. Let's see. What else is going on up here?
also got Judge Wolf.
Well, I guess we'll take a brief recess until we get back at least a prosecutor.
We've got Judge Wolf. Let's jump to Judge Wolf then.
You're representing on both, right?
Both, Your Honor. The second one is the rain that, and 88 Stevens, I believe, has a February 10 date.
Yes, sir. What day?
February 10. And he's
a traveling
pleaded,
judge.
Not guilty and waive formal reading.
Plead not guilty is entered. We'll set it for that February the 10th. This is his final plea day on the child abuse, neglect, or endangerment case. What are we doing with that?
We would ask if we could set that for March for final plea date again. And I believe we'll be able to hopefully handle it sometime in March.
Are you handling that case as well, Mr.? All right.
We could, if it's a final plea date, we could set it for a trial in March, and then we can globally settle it in the February.
Why don't you set the final plea day on this February the 10th day that you're setting the other case, and then if you want to go ahead and assign a trial date in March, then we can do that. But why don't you do this? Assign the trial date in March on the date that, on February the 10th.
Okay.
My calendar has been given to the clerk's office, or you will get it. So.
It's not my intention to start a new trial today.
It changes daily, so just make sure you get the most current.
I may have to take most of tomorrow off.
You could do March 11th for
I know I have to leave early this afternoon.
All right.
So I was not,
Go ahead and
did
show
not
us
intend
that
to
for
start a
March
trial
11th,
today.
and if you settle all of those cases, you can set it for, you can do it on February the 10th if you want.
Tomorrow's going to be Veterans Day. We'll have very little court action on that day, I think.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you. Now back to the jail.
Your Honor, this is Mario Casio, page 1, docket number 19748.
All right. Mario Trinidad Casio.
I represent Mr. Casio, Judge. This is a status review on a mental health evaluation. That was filed at the beginning of November, I believe on the 3rd. Dr. Moore, I don't believe, to my knowledge, has seen him yet, or at least I haven't gotten a report from her yet.
All right. So you want to reset this for the March 10th date as well?
Can we, Judge?
Mr. Casio, we're waiting on the results of your evaluation so that your lawyer has all of the information necessary to help you with your case. So we're going to go ahead and reset it for March 10th. Give him a chance to talk with you and see what you can work out. All right.
Your Honor, can I say something?
Yes, sir.
I've already had my evaluation. The only thing I'm waiting for is for me to get paperwork to give to sign so they can get my medical records. I was supposed to sign it that day, and it's been 3 weeks, and the sheriff's office has not given me the paperwork. And that's all she's waiting on is for me to sign paperwork for my medical records to be released to her.
All right. Well, what we're going to do is let Mr. Vaughn, who's your attorney, can check into that and find out why the results have not yet been provided to us. But as soon as he has those results in hand, he'll talk to you about what your options are, and you and he can decide what's in your best interest, and then we'll move forward from there. But I want you to understand that he's working on your behalf, and he needs to have that evaluation, okay? All right, thank you.
It should not be sitting there for 3 weeks if he's already had his evaluation,
Anybody
just
else
waiting for the paperwork to change
counsel
hands.
here, we'll all stand up at once. I will take you up on arraignments and short matters in between the jail cases. So what is your name? I'm sorry, what is your client's name?
Julie Riggs on behalf of Jason Mangum on page 5, Your Honor. We're not Mangum, M-A-N-G-U-M. He's present in the back of the courtroom, Judge, and we're not quite ready to set this for trial. We'd ask for one of those March dates.
Do you have any opposition?
No, Your Honor. I think she was just recently retained.
All right, so you want to set this for March the 10th as a final plea day? March the 10th.
The audio isn't quite as crisp in this courtroom.
We'll be able to set
Cheatham
settlement,
County,
so make sure that
as
you
the
get
Heavenly
everything
Wood
done
one.
before then. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll sign a trial date if it's not resolved that day.
Thank
But
you.
it does have
May I be
chandeliers,
excused?
which is worth,
Thank you so
worth
much.
something.
All right, at the jail, who do we have?
Your Honor, this is Christopher Finch, page 2, docket number 18990.
All right, this is Mr. Finch. You're here to be arraigned on a charge of probation violation. You have the right to an attorney. Do you wish to have a lawyer represent you?
Yes, I need a lawyer.
All right, I'm going to report the public defender's office, and Mr. Winston Vaughn, who's one of the assistant public defenders, is here. So we will appoint their office to represent you. Do you wish a formal reading of that affidavit?
No, Judge, we'll waive that and everything.
All right. Believe not guilty is entered. Do you want to set this for the 18th?
Whoops. It doesn't appear that there's any kind of pending charges. Yes, Judge. Let's see.
All right, we're going to set you for November the 18th to see if we can resolve your case.
Yes, sir.
All right. You'll be up to talk with you. Thank you.
Knowles, Kelly Knowles.
Mr. Vandervoort, you said you had something? Hunt?
Yes, sir. And Judge, we would like to reset that to March 10th. There's still discovery that's ongoing in that matter.
All right, March the 10th. I assume the state's in agreement with that.
Yes, ma'am.
Due to discovery, we'll reset it for March 10th. If it's not resolved on that day, we'll assign a trial date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, at the jail, who do we have?
Let's jump back.
Have her
We've got Mr.
consent to
Regier.
damage your wall,
No, I didn't.
and the value is less than 1,000 apparently.
Yeah.
Tonight
All right,
I
what
have
kind of drug paraphernalia did you have on you?
I had a bong,
A bong being what, like a pipe?
like a water pipe, like
Mm,
smoking weed.
okay. And were you using that to introduce some kind of controlled substance into the human body? Were you smoking it? What were you smoking?
Marijuana.
Okay. All right. Is anyone making you enter these pleas today by any threats or promises other than your plea agreement?
No.
You understand that with this plea, you're going to be found guilty, having given up your right to trial and unable to appeal your convictions?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I accept your pleas as freely and voluntarily given. I find you guilty of count 1, criminal damage to property, and count 3, possession of drug paraphernalia. I will dismiss count 2, possession of marijuana, on motion of the state pursuant to plea agreement. And I will set over the sentence. Counsel, any recommendation as to how far out to go?
Judge, may I be heard on the bond first?
All right.
Judge, the defense is ready to proceed to sentencing. Of course, this is the prosecution request for bifurcation continuance. My client has been in custody on this case only since August 19, that was set to today for hearing, which is plenty of time to figure out the victim notification and anything else. So my client is asking the court to consider an OR bond here today. The victim in the case, Janice Stockdale, my client informed me that she is now moved. She's moved out of state. So he would not have any contact with her during the time that we would be waiting for a sentencing hearing. We would just ask the court to consider an OR bond so that he doesn't have to continue to be in jail, since we're ready for plea and sentencing today. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Let me look at this appearance bond. His appearance bond with hot rod bail bonds of $1,000, posted November 4th, 2024, to reappear December 2nd of 2024. So he posted bond, and for some reason he's back here. Did he get his bond? There was a bench warrant, bond forfeiture, and a warrant issued, and a bond posted. It looks like that was April of this year. So he violated his bond and was found in violation by failing to appear. Mr. Regier, is that what you're showing?
Your Honor, this is a case where it does appear there were 2 prior failures to appear in August and July of this year.
What do you have to say about that, Mr. Patterson?
He acknowledged it, and he's been suffering for that, Judge. That's almost 60 days in jail as a result of him not showing up. He showed up today. He's ready for court. So why shouldn't we proceed then, except for the state asking for this continuance? Why should he then remain in custody? There was an agreement to request the court to issue probation orders here today. So, Judge, this is a case where if he doesn't show up for sentencing, how dumb would that be? the court would be sentencing him possibly to probation unless he didn't show up. He could be denied probation and have to serve his entire sentence. So it'd be not smart for him not to show up, Judge. So again, we would ask the court to consider an OR bond.
Mr. Buxton, I don't know your intelligence level, but do you understand what your attorney is saying about how that would not be very smart if I give you probation and then you don't, or give you bond and then you don't show up?
Yes, ma'am, I do understand that. And I understand like I messed up twice. And like you said, I've been suffering for it for, on my count, almost 80 days.
Yeah. Now, this victim that the state hasn't notified of her rights to be here today or can't verify that they did, is that your grandmother, Janice Stockdale?
Yes, ma'am, that's my grandmother.
And you were living with her on 100th Street in Augusta at the time, or rural Augusta at the time?
Yes, ma'am, I was living with her.
Where are you going to live now that she's not available to you? If I make this bond, where are you going to live?
I'm going to stay with my mom for a little bit so I can get on my feet. And I'm going to get my own place.
Where's your mom live? In Augusta?
She lives in Goddard.
In Goddard in Sedgwick County?
Is Goddard Sedgwick County?
Parts of it is, parts of it's not.
I believe so, Sedgwick County.
Okay. Any final word, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, pursuant to negotiations on the issue of bond, if the court wants to call that, subject to the court maintaining the no contact order, the state has agreed to stay silent on the issue of bond modification.
Thank you. So he lost $1,000 to Hot Rod and he lost $2,000 to Second Chance. And now he's asking for another bond. I'll let him post another bond, approve another bond, but it's going to be a $5,000 cash or professional surety. No contact with the grandmother victim in this case. And he must reappear for court. I believe we tentatively planned August 19th of 2025. Is that right, Jen?
What is Alien
Your
Draft
Honor, we
Seal?
have not set a court date. I have
Is it like a
January
band or
26th available.
All right. How about January 26th, gentlemen?
Judge, I guess I'd want to find out the chances of my client making that $5,000 bond before I can comment on that.
Mr. Regier, how long is it going to take you to get notice to the victim in this case?
Your Honor, the state would not anticipate it be of a lengthy endeavor, and the state has no objection to the court saying as soon as available date.
Well, this is November 10th, as we all know, and that would be several months if we sent that over to January. Jen, is there any time we have the end of this month or sometime in December earlier?
Your Honor, we can either go November 24th or December 1st.
No objection to either of those settings from the state, Your Honor.
Mr. Patterson, one of those two dates, November 24th or 12/1?
The November 24th would be great.
All right, Mr. Buxton, I'm going to modify your bond to $5,000 cash or surety, all existing conditions, especially the no contact with the grandmother. And you must be back here November 24th at 9 a.m.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Why are you raising my bond?
Because let me see. I showed that it wasn't 4. You're right. I am raising it to 5,000.
Good. If we have a brief breakout room, I can probably explain it really quickly to him.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Jen, could you, and we're finished with the hearing after that, Judge, is that correct?
Yes, we are in recess on Ethan Buxton at this time.
It's 5,000.
Thank you, Judge. And I'll do a breakout with him, Judge. I see you have other attorneys on here, but.
Yes, we do. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Jen, if you put Butler County Detention Facility and Darren Patterson in a breakout room. All right, then let's take up, okay. Mr. Weiser, let's take up your case of Rife. Is it pronounced Rife? Denise Rife, are you
Yes.
here? She's
Yes.
with you, okay. On the record in BU 2025 TR 1478, State of Kansas versus Denise J. Rife. Please announce appearances.
Jared Regier on behalf of the state.
Philip Weiser appears with Ms. Reif in my office.
Any announcements, Mr. Weiser?
I would ask for a continuance. I still need time to speak with Mr. Regier. I sent an offer over to him last Wednesday, and I checked my email this morning. I haven't heard back, so he probably hasn't had a chance to review that yet. So I would ask for time to do that. If we could continue to January 26th, that'd be great.
Well, I don't know. I want to go that far out. Mr. Regier, she's charged with reckless driving and fleeing or attempting to elude a law enforcement officer. Do you have a response that could help resolve this today, or would a breakout room help between counsel?
Your Honor, the state's understanding is that correspondence was received by counsel of defense from my office on November 5th, and my office did respond accordingly the following day. I do not know if counsel for the defense has had the opportunity to review that as yet.
I have not seen the response, Mr. Regier, so.
All right, how about if we set this over to that November 24th date, gentlemen? Can you do that?
No objection from the state, Your Honor.
That's more than 30 days out. No, I'm sorry, it's not. It's only 14 days out, 2 weeks, but I really don't want to go out very far on this.
Is that a 9 o'clock time, Your Honor?
It is 9 o'clock, and if you need to get in here properly at 9 o'clock, let the clerk know that you're short on time, that you've got another setting somewhere, and she's usually pretty good about getting.
Actually, I have to be in court at 8:30 and then at 10 o'clock, so I'm kind of strapped for time at that point. Is there another date that we could use other than the 24th?
Well, I really don't want to go that far out. Jen, do we have anything else in November, like the next week? No, we don't have 31 days in November. Probably not till that December 1st, Jen.
We do have one spot available to November 17th, Your Honor. That's next week.
How about that, counsel? November 17th?
That would work. I think that would give me and Mr. Regier time to talk.
All right, I will continue Ms. Rife's case at her request to November 17th, 2025 at 9 a.m. And she still hasn't made a bond, has she? Didn't she fail to come to court?
She was not on the last Zoom call with me, Your Honor. She had some car trouble and couldn't make it to my office.
Okay, my notes from 9/24/25 says traffic docket, Webster, Regier, defendant failed to appear, defense attorney Weiser appears, Zoom on behalf of defendant. Defense informs court that this defendant is elderly and unable to access Zoom at home, but also had car troubles and could not appear in person. Defendant's request continuance at this time due to defendant's circumstances. Is this the elderly lady sitting behind you?
Yes, ma'am.
I hate to be rude, but how old is she?
I'll be 75 this coming March. Did you hear that?
She's looking good.
And I do have a lot of health problems. Like I've had both my hips replaced, a knee replacement, quadruple bypass surgery, and I also had a really bad reaction to the COVID shot. So I am kind of an ill person.
All right.
75 coming up. So
She'll be 75 coming up. All right.
I don't know if you heard all those comments about her health. So.
Okay, well, taking her health into consideration, but she does not look elderly to me seeing her sit there, but I understand her difficulties. All right. It looks like she was ordered to sign a $2,000 cash surety bond, though, Mr. Regier. Do you see that on your notes as well?
One moment, Your Honor. Your Honor, state's information is the court did make certain orders in light of the defendant's failure to appear at the last hearing in accordance with that, but subsequently set aside the same.
All right, but she still hasn't been booked or processed. It's an unclassified misdemeanor and a B misdemeanor. Kansas law does require me as a judge to order that all defendants with A or B misdemeanors or higher be processed if they haven't already been when they come to court.
Sorry, guys, I need to get the
it
measurement
looks
on the
like,
glass for the
Ms.
glass
Wright, you are
company.
going to have to go into a breakout room with court security and set up a time to have someone bring you over or bring yourself over to do that.
Can Judge
So,
Webster watch you guys for just a minute?
The previous order was a $200 cash or surety bond. So,
Maybe we can take care of that today, Your Honor.
I'll let you set that up with court security too, Deputy Throckmorton. Jen, can you please put Philip Weiser, attorney, and court security 2 in a breakout room?
And Your Honor, what is the court's order insofar as the amount and type of bond in this matter?
Well, what the notes say, it was set at $2,000 to cash or professional surety.
Very good, Your Honor.
Thank you. Would there be any objection to making that an OR, Mr. Regier, since she is here voluntarily and she has explained her health reasons and so forth?
Your Honor, the state will defer to the court on that issue.
All right. In light of the answers given, Mr. Weiser, we'll convert that to an OR bond, but it will be $2,000 OR.
Thank you.
Court security, did you hear me change that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Weiser, do you have anyone else on this docket?
No, I do not, Your Honor. And I'm ready to join the breakout room when you're finished with this case.
All right. Well, you and your client are excused from these proceedings with the understanding that you're going into that breakout room that Jen's going to put you in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have anyone else in custody, in jail or detention facilities, prison? Hearing no one. How about court security? So we take your folks up, Miss Deputy Caulfield?
Yes, we can.
But before I do that, I think I have, did we ever get our interpreter on here, Jen? Did we ever have anyone come in?
And Judge, towards that, I will need an interpreter for somebody at the court security.
Well, we need an interpreter for several, but we hadn't gotten ones to sign in yet. I don't know if we had hired the same one that left on us early Wednesday or not, but Jen, what about that? Do we have an interpreter? A language interpreter for Spanish?
Your Honor, I am sending a message to Kim to see if she can reach out to them.
Well, okay.
Judge, I asked that Juan whether
Carlos.
he, yeah, whether he, no, not Juan Carlos. I got that Juan Cuerno-Perzala.
And he's on the video also with a video box. So I'm just wanting to make sure we're talking about the same person.
No, we're not. My guy's sitting in the hallway.
This is a guy whose name starts with a C.
Yeah.
But,
his last name.
What's his last name, yours? I have a Caesar Granillo Holiguin. You don't have him, do you?
No, I have the one that his last name starts with a C. Cuenu hyphen Perlaza, and his first name is Juan.
All right. Give me just a moment, folks. I'm going to take a real super brief.
She gone. She gone. It's okay. Mr. Regier is going to keep tabs on everybody. Don't mess up because he will take notes. Okay. I found a place that will do the window for me. I think I told you guys this. Hang on, did I just get rid of that?
All right. So do we want to try Juan Carlos Cienu Perlaza? Does he have someone?
Yes.
Okay. That speaks Spanish and English?
Spanish, no English. Judge, I tried to talk to him and we couldn't talk about legal issues because we need an interpreter.
How about if we have him come back on the next interpreter docket? When is that, Jen? February
February 4th, Your Honor.
at 1:30? All right.
Yeah.
We are on the record in BU 2025 TR 1736, State of Kansas versus Juan Carlos Cienu Perlaza. And we have Jared Regier for the state, Mr. Patterson for the defendant, who is present in person but does not apparently speak enough English to proceed without a language interpreter. I understand we did hire one for today, but we were stood up by the interpreter. So I'm going to have to continue this over to the interpreter docket. Deputy, can you get him a card in Spanish indicating he needs to come back? Febrero, how do we say that? February?
Judge, I think he's on the video. I'm not sure whose court security he has. We have two people possibly that have the same name.
Oh, dear. Okay. Oh, I see. Well, now how do we have two with the same name? That's not right.
Because somebody named this other
Something's
dude
wrong
Juan.
in this picture.
He's not
Raise
Juan.
your hand if you're Juan Carlos Sienu Perlaza. Juan Perlaza, are you here? Juan Perlaza?
Well, that is
okay.
him.
Well, that's not who you have in the courtroom, apparently. All right, Mr. Perlaza, can you understand me at all?
No English. No English.
All right.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Are you my interpreter, Alexander?
Good morning this morning. Yes, I can translate something for him if you need me to.
I do. Thank you. God bless you for being here. Okay,
stood up by
we'll
him
start
earlier.
over them. We're
Your
on
Honor? Your Honor,
Who is that? Yes?
for the court's edification, that appears to be a defendant on an unrelated matter.
Oh, okay. All right. Mr. Acevedo, you are you're here on a charge of your own?
Your last name is Narillo.
But you're willing
Granilo. Yeah.
If it will help my case,
Yeah,
I'll
All right.
translate for you, Your
Yeah.
Honor.
And your
If court,
first name is Cesar.
if court security could
Mute.
turn off your volume, and I'll work with this other gentleman. All right. Mr. Acevedo, if you would please interpret as follows. We are on the record in BU 2025 TR 1736, State of Kansas versus Juan Carlos
El estado de Kansas, señor Juan Carlos.
Cienu Perlaza.
He's not a certified.
Sí, el estado de Kansas está con el docket. Escuchó el número, ¿verdad? Can you repeat me the docket number so I can give it to the...
Yes, it's BU 2025
1525
TR
TR
1736.
1736. Y
¿Ese número de qué?
Kansas en contra de usted. Ese es el número de su caso.
Sí, ok.
Mr. Aguirre is dying inside.
Perlaza, the interpreter, the certified interpreter that we had for you today did not appear, so someone is volunteering to help you.
Dice que el intérprete que no tienen intérprete el día de hoy, entonces me ofrecí para poder interpretarle lo que la jueza le va a dar a entender a usted.
Okay.
So I am going to need you to come back to court February 4th at 1:30.
Dice que va a tener que venir a corte el 4 de julio a la 1:30.
Those will be different Zoom codes, so be sure and check with the clerk of the district court the day before to get your Zoom codes.
Ok, dice de que se asegure de que hable con la...
He's doing a good job.
Con la persona que está encargada en la oficina para que pueda ver si tiene algún intérprete.
Ok, tengo que presentarme el 4 de julio.
Tiene que presentarse el 4 de julio, sí. Así mismo.
Eso es donde ¿Qué lugar es ese? Es que no sé.
Your Honor, he doesn't show up. He doesn't have to show up to court. He's gonna do it by Zoom,
That's
right?
fine. Zoom is
Yeah,
fine.
dice de que sí, que está bien, que lo puede hacer a sí mismo como lo está haciendo el día de hoy.
Ok.
Now, he does have a court-appointed attorney named Darren Patterson that
Sí
he'll need
tiene
to
una,
call.
sí tiene un abogado que se le fue asignado que se llama el señor Darren Patterson.
Who doesn't speak
Entonces creo
Spanish.
que usted ya habló con él.
No, no he hablado con él.
Okay. No, I haven't talked to him, but I do understand that I do have a lawyer. Your Honor.
You need to call him, Mr.
Tiene que
Patterson.
llamarle.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes, Alexander, if you can tell him that we sent him an email for the Zoom link and we will be communicating with him by email.
Señor Juan dice de que el abogado, él es el señor Patterson, dice que el abogado le va a mandar un correo electrónico dándole a entender el código, el meeting ID y el password para que usted se pueda meter a la corte. Y también se van a estar comunicando con usted por medio del correo electrónico.
Parachutes.
Ok.
Okay.
This
I
guy should get at
believe you
least
have
$100
already
off his bail.
posted your bond, and I will
Ya pagó su
continue
fianza, ¿verdad?
and I will continue that bond with the added
No.
condition. You haven't? Yeah, I did.
Your Honor, may I
Yeah.
interrupt for a minute?
Sure, Jen,
No
go
ha
ahead.
pagado, no ha pagado una fianza, pero está afuera.
There seems to be some confusion. We have two guys appearing that say they have the same name.
And they're not exactly common names. That's the problem.
Well, Judge, do you want to just have the interpreter ask this gentleman to say his name out loud?
Mr. Acevedo, would you have the gentleman you've been talking to in Spanish say his name out loud?
Yes, Your Honor. Señor Juan, ¿podría decir su nombre completo, por favor, para que la corte entienda quién es usted?
Juan Carlos Cuenú Perlaza.
That's him.
Juan Carlos
Cuenú Perlaza.
Cuenú.
Sí.
Okay. Did you hear that, Your Honor?
I did. And would you ask the gentleman in Court Security 1 to say his name out loud, please, Mr. Acevedo?
Okay. ¿Podría decir su nombre en voz alta para que la corte entienda?
Juan Carlos Cuenú Perlaza.
It's the same dude.
That was the wrong person. Alexander, could you ask Juan Carlos to hold on that you're asking somebody else their name?
Okay, podría quedarse en silencio porque le estamos preguntando el nombre a otra persona.
This is so good.
Now, Alexander, if you can ask the person at Court Security 1 to say their name.
Go ahead and say it.
¿Podría decir su nombre, por favor?
César
¿Cuál
Granillo
es su
Holguín.
nombre?
César Granillo Holguín.
Cesar Granillo.
His name is Cesar Granillo Ordin.
I have that case also, Judge.
All right. Well, let's finish.
If he does not speak English, we'll probably need to set that one over also, but we can finish up with, I guess, Juan Carlos first.
And Your Honor, the state would have it note on the record that the state would strongly prefer having a certified language interpreter for purposes of conducting official business.
Why is that?
Well, so would I, Mr. Regier, but we're going to have to do what we can do to get him here for a certified. We hired the certified. They just didn't show up. I don't know what else we can do, but thank you for your input.
Now shut up and let
Deputy,
us translate in peace.
I do show, Deputy, that Juan Carlos, let me get this straight. Where's the other gentleman? Juan Carlos, are you still with us?
He left.
Juan Carlos todavía está con nosotros?
Sí.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Regier, I show that he did. An appearance bond was filed October 21st of 2025. An appearance bond that was approved by me. Do you show that as well? He said he hasn't filed a bond, but I think he has. Well, maybe the wrong guy said he filed a bond. Juan Carlos, you did file an appearance bond, did you not? With
Señor Juan Carlos, sí, sí, se presentó a corte y le dieron una fianza que ellos le dieron la fianza a usted o usted no ha pagado ninguna fianza.
$1,000 OR bond.
De $1,000.
You didn't put the money up, but you signed the contract that you would appear or pay $1,000.
¿Sí pagó o solamente fue a presentarse y a dar sus huellas o no pagó?
Simplemente me dijeron que fuera a poner las huellas y una fotografía que me tomaron, pero no he pagado ninguna fianza.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. It was an OR bond for $1,000, and I went to do my take my picture, and I did go on the OR bond.
Okay, I'm going to continue that OR bond with the order that you reappear February 4th at 1:30 by Zoom.
Voy a continuar con esa fianza que le dimos con la OR para que usted se presente el 4 de febrero a la 1:30 por Zoom.
For the record, this is case BU 2025 TR 1736, State versus Juan Carlos Perlaza.
Okay.
Jared Regier appearing for the state, Darren Patterson appearing for the defendant, who also appears in person via Zoom from separate locations. Mr. Palazza, do you need your attorney's name and number again, or do you have his email, Mr. Patterson?
Judge, we did send him an email to be on this hearing today.
All right, so Mr. Alexander Savito, if you would make sure that Juan Carlos knows about his attorney and how to get a hold of him and the Zoom codes.
Yes, Your Honor. Señor Juan Carlos, ¿usted tiene el número de teléfono del abogado? ¿De su abogado?
No.
¿O quiere que se lo demos nuevamente?
Sí, está bien.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. I would like to know if you can give me his phone number again so I can talk to him.
Okay, it's Darren Patterson, attorney, that you see there on the screen, and his number is 316.
El número de teléfono es, el señor se llama Darren Patterson y su número de teléfono es 316.
Sí.
322 7700.
7700, yes. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. I have it here in my papers. So.
Anything else that we need to cover while we're here, Mr. Perlaza?
¿Algo más que usted quiera agregar, señor Pedraza?
Quiero saber cómo puedo pagar la fianza, para saber cómo puedo pagar las 100 cuotas o cómo me toca pagarlas, porque pues quiero salir ya de eso también.
Okay, let me explain how the OR bond works, Your Honor, because he didn't seem to understand that. La fianza, señora jueza le dio a usted una fianza bajo palabra. Usted no tiene que pagar nada, pero sí tiene que presentarse a la corte. Entonces, por eso fue que se le tomaron las huellas y se le tomó una fotografía para asegurarse de que usted iba a ir a la corte, pero es una fianza bajo palabras, entonces no tiene que pagar nada todavía hasta que venga a su siguiente corte y ya tenga su sentencia.
Okay.
This is good.
Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
I was explaining, Mr. Pedraza, the way the OR bond works and how he's supposed to show up to court, either by Zoom or in person, and just letting him know that it's like on his own word saying that he's gonna show up. That's what I was kind of explaining to him.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
And we'll go over all of this,
Can we
Mr.
drop this
Regier,
guy's
of course, at the
charges?
next hearing with the certified interpreter, if the certified interpreter that we hire shows up. So, but I appreciate your concern. I do, Mr. Regier. It's legitimate.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right,
Mr.
Mr.
Regier's
Perlaza may go at this time.
Ok, puede retirarse, señor Pedraza.
Okay.
You can leave the hearing. Now then, let's go back to, you have, which one do you have? Do you have Granillo Holguin, or do you have someone else at the?
That's who's at the court security one, Judge.
Yeah, it is him.
Cesar Arturo? Are you
Señor
Cesar?
Oh,
We are on the record in BU 2025 TR 1790, State of Kansas versus Cesar Arturo Granillo Holguin.
Yes.
Would you help me with that, Mr. Acevedo?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm really sorry. It's just that's a little bit too fast for me, but yeah.
I'm sorry.
Señor César, la Corte del Estado de Kansas está contra usted por el código. Can you give me the code again, please? Because
the case number is BU
case
for
number,
Butler, and then 2025 for the year, TR for traffic, and 1790. Did I go too fast again, or did you get that?
No, you went a little bit fast, but give me 1 second. I'm gonna just grab a pen.
Okay.
So I can write it down and I can just give it to him.
I love this.
Okay, that'd be fine.
Okay.
Court deputy can
Yes,
do that too.
it's a BU 2025.
Right. TR for traffic, and then 1790. 1790.
1790. Ok, señor César, la corte la corte tiene el número de su caso, que es el BU 2025 TR por la infracción 1790.
Hey.
We have
Yes, sir.
Jared Regier representing the state, and Darren Patterson representing the defendant, all appearing by Zoom from different locations. Do you want to try that, Mr. Acevedo?
Yes. If you can tell me slowly, I'll just be transferring it as I go.
All right. Jared Regier appears for the state.
Aparece por el estado.
This is better.
The defendant appears in person.
La persona aparece en persona, el defendido.
And with his attorney, Darren Patterson.
Con su abogado, Darren Patterson.
All appearing from separate locations.
Todos aparecen de diferentes lugares.
Via Zoom.
Por vía Zoom.
This guy's going to get a sentence at the end of helping.
Mr. Cesar, we are going to have to continue your case.
Señor César, vamos a tener que continuar su caso.
You'll need to be back here February 4th at 1:30 p.m.
Va a tener que regresar el 4 de febrero a la 1:30.
And we will intend to have a certified language interpreter at that time.
Y vamos a tratar de tener un intérprete, ¿verdad? Certificado.
No, okay.
The scheduled interpreter that we had hired failed to appear today.
La persona que habíamos contratado no llegó el día de hoy.
And Mr. Alexander Acevedo has graciously volunteered to get us this far in the hearing.
Y pues el señor Alexander nos ayudó para pasar sobre este caso.
Okay, está bien.
He's doing an okay job.
Okay.
All right, if there's nothing further, he may go at this time.
Judge, if I may.
Mr. Patterson, yes.
Thank you. Mr. Acevedo, could you ask him to come across the street to my office to fill out an intake sheet that includes an email address so that I can communicate with him by email.
Ok, dice su abogado, señor César, que si puede, cuando salga, puede cruzar la calle y llegar a su oficina para que pueda llenar un formulario de entrada, ¿verdad?
Ok, está bien.
Ok, perfecto. Yes, Mr. Patterson.
And Your Honor, the state is likewise seeking a ruling as to whether or not the bond is being continued in this matter.
The court will continue the OR bond that the defendant signed on August 27 of 2025.
Y la corte seguirá dándole también la misma fianza, ¿verdad? La que usted, por la que lo dejaron salir en agosto.
All right. So, Mr. Cesar, we will see you February 4th at 1:30.
Señor César, lo vamos a mirar el 4 de febrero a la 1:30.
You may go.
Okay.
You may go at this time, sir.
Se puede ir.
Judge, I have a quick case if you don't mind.
Yes, Mr. McClendon, who is it?
Michelle Miller.
Okay. We will be on the record in BU 2025
we're gonna
CR
jump to a different
207,
case real quick.
State of Kansas versus Michelle Danielle Miller. Please announce appearances.
Chair Rieger on behalf of the state.
Hang on one second.
William McClendon for the defendant, Michelle Miller, who appears via Zoom from a separate location. Counsel.
She's here on domestic battery ×2 and criminal damage. How does she wish to proceed, Mr. McClendon?
Your Honor, this is my first appearance on this case.
We're going to look
so
for
I'd be requesting
but hang on.
a continuance to that January 26th date.
Mr. McClendon? I'm sorry, Mr. Regier.
Your Honor, if the court is prepared to continue the bond with special emphasis on the no contact order, given the nature of the allegations currently for the court, as well as find this is a defense request for continuance for speedy trial purposes, state has no objection.
This is continued at the request of the state for speedy trial purposes. I'm sorry, the defendants for speedy trial purposes. And I will continue the bond posted with the added condition that the defendant next appear with counsel via Zoom January 26, 9 a.m. ready to proceed. Any questions about that, Ms. Miller?
No, ma'am.
Mr. McClendon, is that agreeable?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Regier, any other thing further?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then Ms. Miller is excused. Mr. McClendon, you have no one else on our docket?
No, Your Honor, that was all.
Thank you, sir. You're excused. Appreciate your helping out with the taking.
I know we want to see
case.
what happens to this guy, but
no problem, Your Honor.
There's another thing happening also in Kansas
And
on the
let's see,
same
I
channel,
think
different stream.
Mr. Weiser, we took up his.
Quite animated.
I need to take up the Bourbon shot matter on the record in BU 2022 TR 3746, State of Kansas versus Bourbon Scott Sharts. Please announce appearances.
Bourbon
Chair
Sharks.
Regier on behalf of the state.
Stephanie Poyer on behalf of the 13th Judicial District.
And where is Mr. Sharts? Mr. Patterson, I don't know if you know it, but you are appointed to Mr. Sharts, who may be in custody.
Went to the restroom.
Judge, and I guess I have a question about that. I'm not sure he has a right to court-appointed counsel. There is
You
no,
may be right. Go ahead.
there is no chance of jail. This is a collection issue, civil matter, basically. I think he's in prison, if I recall correctly. I don't remember. But Judge, I just don't know that on these motions they filed to reduce their fines and fees are cases they can have court-appointed counsel in. I just would ask the court to, I guess, consider that and decide whether they can or can't.
Well, all of your points are valid and the court so finds that he is not entitled to appointment. I saw your name on there, but that was from when you represented him previously, and he's now been sentenced. That was back in May of 2023. And let's see. He was granted and reporting probation of 12 months with court services. But he was to serve a jail sanction of 5 days. So I thought he went to prison maybe on another case. I could be mistaken. Let's see. Then he filed, as I recall. Ms. Poyer, didn't he file the motion that brings us here today? Motion.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. May 6th of 2025, he filed a motion to waive or reduce traffic fines, court costs, and reinstatement fees. He filed an affidavit of poverty. Miss Poyer, how do you generally proceed on these if they're not here?
Your Honor, we generally advise the court regarding the balances due and payments made. We generally don't make any recommendations to the court regarding that. I believe Mr. Regier has filed a response as well.
All right, Mr. Regier, I'll go back to you then, your response.
Well, Your Honor, as a preliminary matter, it would appear that this is a pro se motion filed by the defendant. It would appear there is a lack of prosecution issue given that he fails to appear, and then so the state would be requesting that the court deny the motion for that reason. Alternatively, the state did file a response, and the state does stand on its response for the reasons stated in the response, and that if the court is prepared to proceed with the defendant's motion on the merits, the state respectfully suggests that the motion should be likewise denied for the reasons stated in the response. But again, there is still the lack of prosecution issues, as this is the defendant's motion.
And if you would summarize your written response, Mr. Regier, if you'd orally summarize your written response.
Yes, Your Honor. As the well, in addition to the applicable statutes, has indicated in my motion in the state's response, paragraph 8 notes that in the defendant's purported poverty affidavit filed herein on May 6, 2025, the defendant alleges he is currently an inmate in the custody of the Secretary of Corrections, which appears to contradict the defendant's motion, in which the defendant alleges that he is paroling as homeless in April of 2025. In the purported poverty affidavit, pursuant to paragraph 9 of the response, the defendant fails to indicate when such document was executed, as well as failing to comply with the directive on page 2 to attach a, quote, certified inmate account statement saying for if the lesser of the average of account balance or total deposits in its inmates' trust accounts or similar supporting documentation, the purported poverty affidavit is not notarized. So the state does have concerns as to whether or not the purported poverty affidavit is an accurate account of the defendant's current financial circumstances. Again, the statute is quite clear that the burden of proof for these types of motions falls with the defense, that the showing to the satisfaction of the court that that payment of the amount due will impose manifest hardship on the person or the person's immediate family. And the state's position is that under the applicable and governing statutes, the defendant has not made such a showing. So the state would move that the motion be denied, either for lack of prosecution or on the merits as stated in the state's response.
What is the state's position on the retroactive application requested?
Your Honor, the state is still in the process of researching that. But again, as to the burden of proof as clearly required by the statute, the state's position is for the reason stated in response, the defendant has not met the burden of proof.
All right. Ms. Poyer, do you have any information that you could add, including your interpretation of whether this is retroactive application or not that the statute provides?
I believe that he is out of prison, working a job according to the Casper inmate search in Labette County. Oh, I believe it's probably would be considered retroactive, but that's not something that I've done a lot of research into at this point.
All right. And do you have any other position different than Mr. Regier's?
No, Your Honor.
All right. For the reasons stated by the state through Mr. Regier, I do find lack of prosecution and failure to meet the required burden of proof. I do deny the motion at this time. And if there's nothing further, we'll be in recess on the Romero. Mr. Regier, I know you didn't file this, but would you journalize the findings, please? And
If that is the court's order, I will prepare such an order, Your Honor.
all right, that'll be the court's order. And then Ms. Poyer, who is the other one you're here for?
Almeida Southard 21 TR 147.
All right, we'll be on the record now in BU 20. No, it's not BU. We'll be on the record now in 2021 TR 147, State of Kansas versus Almeida Joe Southard. Jared Regier for the state. Is Miss Southard here? Well, another one that the defendant sets up and doesn't appear for. This is also another one that Mr. Patterson had previously been appointed to, but his obligations continued upon sentencing as a general rule. Mr. Patterson, I'm not going to hold you to the appointment at this point in time. This is a pro se motion. Mr. Regier, the state's response.
One moment, Your Honor.
The spicy case I was going to jump to was a divorce case, so I decided not to. We're waiting for the other one. I want the interpreter to come up.
Your Honor, this is a case where a request for hearing appears to have been filed by the defendant concerning alleging certain garnishment matters. So perhaps Attorney Poyer is in a better position to address that than I am. Out of an overabundance of caution, my office did file a response, as there appear to be certain allegations raised in the attached document to the request for the hearing, which may at least if the court wants to construe it that way, as applied to KSA 82118. And so insofar as that limited issue is concerned, if the court is prepared to construe the document in that fashion, the state would be objecting that any relief be granted under KSA 82118, both based off of the lack of prosecution and for the defendant's failure to meet any required burden of proof as required by the statute.
All right, pretty much the same position as the defendant before. Ms. Poyer, anything additional you want to add or present?
Your Honor, we had issued a garnishment to collect the court cost fines and fees that were due. Current balance is just over $1,000. She had issued an objection to that wage garnishment. I don't believe her objection had any exemptions that were possible under the statute, but we released the garnishment as she did not work there. She's failed to appear, so I think this can be denied as moot at this point.
At this time, I will dismiss for mootness at suggestion of Ms. Poyer. I agree with what you just said. So this matter will be dismissed at this time, and Mr. Patterson is here, but again, he's not obligated under this case anymore. So if there's nothing further, we'll be in recess. Ms. Poyer, is that all the cases you're appearing for today?
That is, Your Honor. Would you like me to journalize this last one?
If you would, please. I would appreciate that. Thank you.
We will do that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You are excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's
Where's
see,
our
court
interpreter?
security, do you have some more you want to take, kind of clear the hallways a little?
Yes, I do. I have two of Mr. Patterson's.
All right.
We'll see if you need the breakout room with them, though. It's Summer Burton.
I'm ready. I'm ready on that one.
Okay, Summer, come on in. And we also have Patrick Schaefer.
Okay. We are on the record in BU 2025 CR 383, State of Kansas versus Summer, Dion Burton, Jared Regier for the state, Darren Patterson for the defendant, all appearing in person from separate locations via Zoom.
CR means
Ms.
criminal.
Burton does appear on one count of domestic battery. Mr. Patterson, any announcements?
Judge, just asking this case be set for jury trial.
Very well, we will set this for jury trial. Pre-trial, Jen, is February what date?
February 23rd, Your Honor.
February 23rd, 9 a.m. Miss Burton, you are required to be back here again at 9 a.m. on February 23rd. And then your jury trial, is that February 25th and 26th, Jen?
That is correct.
Must be back here live in person. This is going to be a live jury trial, February 25th and 26th at 9 a.m. So be back here at the courthouse then or at whatever time Mr. Patterson tells you.
Okay.
Make sure he knows your contact information so he can discuss your case with you whenever he needs you to be there. And I believe we have a bond here to continue with those conditions. So that is the order of the court. All previous bond conditions continue as well. Mr. Regier, anything further from the state?
No, Your Honor.
From the defense, Mr. Patterson?
Nothing further, Judge, and Miss Burton will be getting in touch with you.
All right, Ms. Burton, you're excused from today's hearing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next.
Yep.
And Judge, on Patrick Shaver, can I ask the court when I was appointed? I didn't see my name on it yet. I don't have a file.
All right, I can find that out for you. We are on the record in BU 2025 TR 1309, State of Kansas versus Patrick James Shaver, Jared Regier appearing for the state, the defendant appearing in person. It looks like an order appointing counsel went out November 5th, which was but 5 short days ago, 2 of which have been weekend days. And that was filed November 5th, Mr. Patterson. Does that help with your?
It just hasn't caught up with me yet. We don't have reports or anything, so I would just need to ask to have it sent over, Judge.
You want to set it over to that January date that we have?
Please, Judge.
January 26th at 9 a.m. Is that still available, Jen?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Shaver, you are ordered to go across the street and give Mr. Patterson all your contact information.
Stands for the county, Butler County.
And you are ordered to be back to court via Zoom or in person, January 26th at 9 a.m. Any other conditions on that bond will continue at this time. Any questions, Mr. Shaver, for the court or your attorney?
No, ma'am. Well, Mr. Patterson's office is right across the street, or?
No.
It is, yes.
Okay.
What a convenient location.
Okay, if there's nothing further, we'll be in recess. Mr. Shaver is excused. Jen, I have a question. If you look under bonds, it says he made a $500 surety bond with AAA. Is that the actual amount of bond? Did he just get an unusually low bond? Maybe that's an appropriate bond.
Give me one moment, Your Honor.
Appearance bond. Okay, I've got the bond here. You don't have to look that. Well, I thought I did, and then my computer gave me something I don't understand about unable to download document. Well, it looks like he did just get the benefit of 500 surety bond. I hardly ever makes a bond like that, but Mr. Shaver, you got a good deal there. Don't blow it. Make sure you remember all those conditions and comply with them.
Or else you lose your
ma'am.
$500.
All right. You may go at this time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, I have two more pro saves.
Okay, who do you want to take up? Before you
Well,
do, Mr. Patterson, do you need a breakout room with anybody before we start the pro says? Or do you have anyone you want to take up before we take it?
I believe I'm ready on everybody, Judge.
All right, then Deputy, who do you want to take up as a pro se?
Marshall Gaddy.
Yay, we get some pro saves this morning.
Okay, we are on the record in BU. You want to bring him in?
Well,
did you lose
he's
him?
supposed to be coming in. Come on in here, bud. Don't take long.
All right,
he's here.
Thank you. We are on the record in BU 2025 TR 1239, State of Kansas versus Marshall, Caleb Gaddy, Jared Regier for the state. Mr. Gaddy in person and pro se on count 1, speeding 75 and a 55. Mr. Gaddy, that is a traffic infraction that does not carry jail time. If convicted, you would have a scheduled fine only and court costs. In count 2, you're charged with driving in violation of licensing restrictions. That is a check that just a minute. That is, I believe, an unclassified misdemeanor with fine up to $500 and that's not right. Give me just a second. I'm going to tell you the right penalties. All right. Violating restrictions pursuant to 8-1558. Okay, by violation, speeding was 8:15. Let's strike that. 8-245 is the license restriction. And the penalties for violation of restrictions is an unclassified misdemeanor, up to $500 in fines, up to 6 months in jail, or both, unless otherwise expressed. And I don't believe there's any otherwise expressed that applies to this. So at this time, how do you wish to proceed? Do you wish to talk to an attorney before you proceed?
At my first court hearing, you had told me to look for an attorney, and I have tried multiple out-of-state attorneys and ones in here in state, and they said that they aren't going to be able to help me.
Why would you go with an out-of-state
So
attorney?
you're going to represent yourself. I can't on the speeding appoint an attorney, the one that has up to 6 months, even though that's usually a probation. I could technically see if you qualify for court appointed. Where do you work?
I work at Discount Tire in Derby.
And how much do you get paid per month?
About $2,400 a month.
Married or single?
I am single.
Do you live with someone that helps with it?
I do.
And does that person help with the expenses?
Yes.
All right. Is that a girlfriend or a fiance or something of that sort? Roommate?
Yes.
All right. How much does that person make per month?
About 4,000.
The combined income of 64,000. I don't think you're going to qualify. Do you have children between the two of you?
Yes, we have 3.
You're a family of 5. And what do you pay for rent each month?
1,300.
And what do you pay for utilities? Water, gas, trash, sewer, those sort of things? And all of them together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girlfriend knows. She's the one that pays the bills.
About $550 to $600 a month.
Mr. Gear's
Do
like,
either of you
I'm
pay
hearing a
child
voice that's not
support for
sworn
any
in.
of these
Who's that?
children legally under minors?
No.
Okay, but you do provide food and clothing for the whole family of 5?
Yes.
Food, clothing, those sort of things. Any other expenses you haven't told me about? Credit cards, cell phones, court payments?
It's good stuff.
Yeah, credit card.
Yeah, we have credit cards, we have cell
How much
phones.
per month? How much per month on the credit card?
It is.
Rack that dude up.
It's a little over $500
Anything
for
else?
credit cards.
There was something else that she said. Is that your girlfriend that's helping you or your roommate?
Hey, it's my girlfriend, yeah. Our car, and car insurance.
Oh, car and car insurance. Well, what's the car payment first?
$320 per month.
Okay, and the insurance?
It's $289.
Anything else?
We do have cell phones.
Well, for a family of 5, you will qualify. You don't have any other income?
No.
For a family of 5, you will qualify for court-appointed attorney.
Ooh, he made it.
I
He's
will appoint
squeezed
attorney
in.
Darren Patterson.
Darren's going to appear.
Call him
as if by magic.
322
867-5309.
Yet just walk across the parking lot to his office and give him all your contact information
And email.
and your court date. And when is that going to be, Jen? You want to do that January date? Or do you want to have something sooner?
His car insurance might be high because he drives really fast.
January 26th.
Like 20 miles
All
over
right,
the speed
Mr.
limit.
Gaddy, you'll have to be back here January 26th at 9 a.m. But
5:50.
it'll be by Zoom. You can come into the courthouse if you want, or it'll be by Zoom. Make sure you have a connection where I can hear and see you, and vice versa. And if you want to do it by Zoom, you'll have to get the codes from your attorney when we give them to him. So Darren Patterson, January 26th, 9 a.m. Continue on that $500 bond you posted with the conditions that I just gave you added to the original ones. Okay, you may go,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, thank you.
And Your Honor, there is one final matter.
Hold on, Mr. Gaddy. Yes, sir, Mr. Regier.
Your Honor, this is a case where it would appear that a diversion application was received by my office approximately 1 week prior to today's setting. Given that the court has appointed Mr. Patterson to this case, the state respectfully suggests that all future communication should be through the court-appointed attorney.
Yes, don't contact the county attorney on your own. Go through your attorney and tell Mr. Patterson you've already applied for diversion.
All right, no problem.
All right, you may go, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the last one I have here is Jeremiah Louder, and I think he's going to ask you about reapplying for an attorney, and I did have him fill out a new sheet.
Okay, louder.
Yes, Louder with an L.
Oh, okay, I found him. Jeremiah Logan Louder. Okay. We are on the record in BU 2025 TR 1807.
Traffic ticket.
State of Kansas versus Jeremiah Logan Louder. Jared Regier for the state. The defendant appears in person and pro se on unsafe turning or stopping, failure to give proper signal, and count 2, driving while suspended. We had traffic docket August 27, 2025, Mr. Louder. You filled out an application for court-appointed attorney. I reviewed that. I denied the application. You were to try to retain counsel. How did that work out for you? Did you make the efforts?
I did make the efforts.
I don't see an attorney. What did you decide?
I couldn't afford one. Business has been extremely slow the last couple of months, so I didn't really have much of money.
What are you, self-employed?
Yes.
Judge, he replied with a new application this morning.
All right, I will reconsider that. You're saying you've had a material change in circumstances?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, where do you work now?
I work at the same place,
What is that?
Anarchy Motorworks.
And do you own that or you just work for them?
It is family owned. My mother-in-law owns it.
She
Anarchy?
can't give you any more work than what you're doing?
Is it a race team?
We haven't really had many customers come in needing anything.
Anarchy.
All right. I want to just make sure this isn't she's denying you work so you can get an attorney appointed. None of that's going on, is it?
No,
And are you married or single?
single.
What does your mom pay you at MedWorks?
1,500.
And do you pay any rent?
Yes, ma'am.
How much?
I pay $400 in rent.
How much was she paying you last time you applied for an attorney?
I don't remember.
You had a cut and pay, but you don't know how much she cut your pay?
Yeah.
Looks like Judge Murphy saw you August 29th and denied that. Let me see what you told him. What do you do at MudWorks? What do you do at your mom's MudWorks company?
It's an auto mechanic company.
All right, well, that's what you told him. Now you're telling me that you've had a change in pay, but when you talk to Mr. or Judge Murphy, you've told him 1,500 to 2,500, and you just told me 1,500. So you really haven't had a reduction in pay. It doesn't look like.
So the reason he denied me last time was instead of giving him my own personal pay, it was how much our company was making that month. I had misunderstood what he was saying, so the amount was an overabundance.
Well, but it's the same as what you're telling me today is 1,500.
No, because I told him 5 to 8 grand a month in person.
Is this the new form he's already filed? Because I'm looking at a written financial affidavit in which it says employed, mechanic, Anarchy Mudworks, 1,500 to 2,500 a month. What's the date on? I mean, look. Judge Murphy, if that's what Judge Murphy went by, and he checked appointment denied.
The one he filled out that I have in front of me he filled it out today.
All right. Well, I'm going to look at the two forms and compare them. Now, raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear the information you provided on these two affidavits is the truth, the only truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, under oath, do you want to change anything?
No.
You don't need to change anything to avoid the penalties of perjury.
Perjury? What does that mean?
Well, that perjury, that could be civil or criminal, and
Means
you
your
could pay a
traffic
fine and you could go to
offense
jail if you
might
lie
become a
under oath.
criminal offense.
Cut to the chase, make it simple. So if you want to look at that and the one you filed before in the clerk's file, I'll let you have some time to do that before you turn that in. In the meantime, I will continue this at your request to that January 26th date at 9 a.m. January 26th, 9 a.m. You must be back here and you must follow the terms of the bond that you posted, which was $1,000, your own recognizance. I'm going to let that bond continue. I won't revoke it, but you better not be lying under oath. That's not a good thing, believe me. Okay. Anything else from the state, Mr. Regier?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Louder, did you look into diversion? Is that an option that you might have looked into?
I haven't looked into it, but I would like to.
Well, it makes sense that you haven't looked into it yet because you're trying to get an attorney, and the attorney would look into that for you. The county attorney's not going to want to deal with you directly while you're still trying to negotiate an attorney. They're going to want to work through that attorney. But you might want to go online to their website and look at that so that it's something you consider whether you get an attorney or not. And their website is short for BU for Butler, CO for County, KS for Kansas.gov. So it's BUCOKS.gov, and then look for the county attorney diversion website provision. All right. Anything further we need to address on this, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, the state would have it noted that the state will be objecting to any additional continuances in this matter. Given that the court has granted yet another continuance to the defense, this would appear to be the third setting. Additionally, pursuant to the amended information in this case, in light of the court's continuance to a January date, this case will be starting to accumulate some significant age, with the alleged occurrence dates being back in July of last year. So the state is eager to reach a resolution in this case.
Keep that in mind, Mr. Louder. The state shares those concerns with the court. The court also has those concerns. So in other words, we need to start thinking about getting this wrapped up, but you are entitled to an attorney, and keep on trying to hire one or get that other application in. And I can't guarantee you that I'll see it any differently this time around, but I'll sure look at it and see what we come up with. Turn it in today before you leave, and then call back to the clerk probably about sometime next week to see if you qualified and who the attorney would be. And then contact the attorney if one is appointed.
Mark Johnson just showed up out of
All
nowhere.
right. Thank you, sir. You're excused on your bond, continued on your bond at this time.
Just to do his hair in the Zoom reflection.
Deputy, did you have one more?
No, that's all I have here.
All right, thank you. Mark Johnson just popped up. Let's see what's going on with Mark Johnson. On the record in 2025, TR7, State of Kansas versus Mark Allen Johnson. Please announce appearances.
Jared Regier on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appear on behalf of Mark Johnson. Mr. Johnson does appear via Zoom audio-visual.
Get a hold of you like he was told to do, Mr. Patterson?
Yes, Judge, this is a case where I have spoke to Mr. Johnson a few different times. I've also received a number of additional reports that I was needing, and I am asking the court to allow continuance of the case. I'm going to have to file a motion, it looks like, for expert services and have that heard, but generally I don't know why, Judge, I'm supposed to generally send those requests through the court administrator and the chief judge. So I was going to go through that process, Judge.
I think they like to personally justify the expenses, so that is the right procedure. Let's set this over to January 26th at 9 a.m. until I'm told otherwise. I'll use that date. Mr. Johnson, you are ordered to reappear January 26th at 9 a.m. for this charge of driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. And it's getting close to its 1-year mark at that point too. So we're going to kind of keep it moving along at that point.
Okay.
Mr. Regier, anything further? Let me find his bond. Right now, I'm not even seeing a bond. Motion for discovery. Here.
There's a kitty.
Do you see a motion for bond of Mr. Regier?
You guys have to put up a $1,500 one.
Let me see if I can find that.
We're sticking around here because
this is a case where it would appear that a $1,500 cash bond was executed back in April of 2024. So quickly approaching the 2-year mark, it would seem, based off of that, if the court will pardon the conjecture, the state will be requesting a continuance as to whether this continues to be assessed against the defense for speedy trial purposes.
The continuance will be assessed against the defendant. And Deputy Court Security, can you get the jail to get us a copy of that? I'm not seeing that filed. I see the, where did I see the, I see the jail admission form filed 4/12 of 25, but I'm not seeing the actual bond itself posted. So could you get us a copy of that?
I'll have them call out there and ask them to send you one.
Just file it if they would, thank you, and get a copy, of course, to Mr. Regier. However, the normal procedure is.
And Your
All
Honor,
right. Yes, Mr. Regier.
after further review, it would appear that this is a case where the bond was executed prior to the information being filed in the case. It would appear that, again, the bond was executed in April of 2024 with an information be filed subsequently in January of 2025 by my colleague, Mr. Sweeney. State's information is there was a hearing in April of 2025 where the court did make new orders concerning bond and booking in this case. I am unable to confirm whether or not that was ever executed.
Well, I don't think that ever was executed, but if you can track down the one from 24 and it looks like that'll work, I have no objection to using that as long as it correctly reflects his record, Deputy.
I'm just
All right,
watching the
Mr.
cat.
Johnson, why don't you hang around here? Do you guys want him to hang around or not? Court security, do you need him?
Pardon me, I was talking to control.
I was asking if you need Mr. Johnson or can we just use the bond he posted in 24?
The cat's looking for laps.
Well, I don't know. I just told them to call out the jail. I can't communicate with the jail personally.
What do you want Mr. Johnson to do? He failed to go out and get processed when I ordered him to, but now I'm hearing he had another bond. Maybe they wouldn't take him because they already had one. So what would you like me to tell Mr. Johnson, court security? You want me to let him go or not?
Yeah, just let him go. And I told them to send whatever bond they had,
Just let
even
him
the
go.
24 one.
All right, but we're going to have to get a bond next. We're going to have to get picture and prints next hearing if we can't figure this out. If we can't track it down.
Okay.
All right.
Excuse me, they were all bond and fingerprints and all that were taken before I was in jail that night.
All right. Well, we'll see what we can confirm, and for now, you may go, sir.
All right,
Mr.
thank you.
Johnson. You're welcome. Claudia Rangel
we're
on
gonna miss the
the
cat.
record in 2025 TR 1210, State of Kansas versus Claudia Rangel Gonzalez. Jared Regier for the state, Darren Patterson for the defendant. Claudia Rangel Gonzalez, if you want credit for being here, you'll need to start your audio and video now.
And Judge, I apologize. That is the one person I have not spoke to this morning. I would still need to speak with.
Get a
All right,
breakout
we're
room.
going to give you a breakout room, Miss Rangel. You need to click on the screen when it says something about a host open a breakout room. So, Jen, if you would please put Mr. Patterson and Miss Rangel in a breakout room.
We had a gentleman who we believe is a defendant in this court called to, show up before the judge, who volunteered to be the interpreter
Will
when the
now be
interpreter
on the record
did not
in
show up.
24 TR
We want to hear this one.
3033, State of Kansas versus Jessica Renee Lloyd. Jared Regier for the state, the defendant. Jessica Renee Lloyd, are you here? Jessica Renee Lloyd.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to start your audio and video, please. Start your video.
Fire it up. There she is.
All right, Miss
morning,
Lloyd
Jessica.
appearing in person. Miss Lloyd, when we were here August 20th and 25, you were to fill out a court-appointed attorney application. Did you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Reppin' KU. I fed my cat this morning rotisserie chicken, which is his favorite.
Well, I'm not seeing that. Jen, do you see it?
No, Your Honor, I do not.
All right, let's go back. Ignition interlock device, a Class A, no insurance, a B, registration unclassified. Where do you work, Miss Lloyd?
I'm currently unemployed. I had been laid
How long have you been unemployed?
since the end of March, mid-March.
Where did you work prior to your unemployment?
BG Products.
BG Products in El Dorado?
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you leave BG Products?
They got rid of their second shift altogether, so I got laid off.
Did you make any efforts to find other employment?
Yes.
But no luck?
I'm actually going through all the paperwork and process of starting at Spirit.
Have you
Spirit
been offered the
Airlines?
job at Spirit, or you're just still applying?
No, I was offered the job.
And when do you start work at Spirit?
I haven't got an exact start date yet.
When do you expect to start?
I was hoping this week. I have everything completed, but they said they have to make contact with 2 of my previous employers.
All right, but right now you don't have any income, and you haven't had any income since March?
Well, I was on unemployment.
Okay, so you were on unemployment. Married or single?
Single.
And any minor children that you support legally?
Spirit Halloween.
Yes, ma'am.
How many?
2.
You get child support for those 2 children?
No, ma'am.
How have you been supporting them? Your unemployment's been able to pay for their food and housing for the last several months?
Yes, on my part. Their dads help too. Like they're 50-50 back and forth.
I see. So he pays for half their care. And how much did you make at BG Products per month?
Spirit
Probably
Halloween.
around 3,000.
Spirit Halloween becomes a
And
mattress
how much did you get for
closeout sales
unemployment
store
per month?
during the off months.
It was $470 a week.
4,700 a week?
No, 470 a week.
That would be nice. 4,700 a
Are you
week.
still getting that?
No, ma'am, it ended.
When did it end?
A few weeks ago. I'm not exactly sure on the date.
So now you have no income of your own?
No, ma'am.
So who's helping support you and the children?
I have a boyfriend that lives with me.
All right. And how much does he make per month?
Let me see.
Yeah. This is where the
And where
public
does he work?
assistance.
He works at Pratt Industries in Park City. I'm not sure. I know he makes like 27 or 28 an hour. I don't know what the math is on that.
Well, frankly, I don't see, Miss Lloyd, that you're going to qualify for court-appointed attorney. But if you want to turn in a written application with details, I will consider that. But at this time, I don't see you will most likely qualify for that. Most likely will not.
Okay.
I will set this over to January 26th at 9 a.m. and that'll give you time to get some work hours maybe under your belt, some money saved up. Go out and talk to an attorney.
Okay.
But I'm going to continue your bond with the added condition that you reappear at that date and time. And that's that $3,000 AAA Butler County bail bond that you posted May 28th to 25. All previous conditions will apply, as I said, plus the added condition that you reappear.
Okay.
And if there's nothing further, Mr. Regier?
Forgive me, Your Honor, was that January 26th for the subsequent hearing?
Yes.
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Lloyd, anything further before I let you go?
Yeah, what time was that? January 26th at
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Okay.
You may go. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll now take up Rangel Gonzalez on, oh, that's Mr. Patterson's. Never mind. Let me wait on that.
I am back, Judge.
Oh, you are? Can you do Claudia Rangel Gonzalez?
Yes, Judge.
All right. We are on the record in BU 2025 TR 1210, State of Kansas versus Claudia Rangel Gonzalez. Jared Regier for the state, Darren Patterson for the defendant who appears in person and pro se. Ms. Rengel, you need to find a place and stay put so that, okay. You're here on driving without proof of insurance. Any announcements, Mr. Patterson?
Yes, Your Honor, I have discussed that charge with my client, and I would announce at this time she is going to enter a plea of guilty.
Ms. Rengel, is that right? You wish to plead guilty or admit that you were driving a vehicle without insurance on a highway or roadway open to the public in Butler County, Kansas on May 27th to 25?
Yes.
Is anyone making you enter this plea today by any threats or promises?
No.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to a trial? You will be found guilty and unable to appeal your conviction if I accept this plea.
Yes.
And you want me to accept your plea at this time?
Yes.
And where were you driving without insurance that day?
I was coming back home to Kansas.
All right. What location in Butler County were you? What town or area?
I just know it's at Laredo. I don't remember exactly.
Well, if the citation.
We're coming back from vacation.
Okay. Looks like the officer is alleging that it was on the turnpike, I-35, at mile marker 58.8 north. Is that?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. And there was apparently a car and deer accident that he checked you and you didn't have your insurance?
Car and deer.
Okay. Anything further, Mr. Regier?
Those are bad for both parties.
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
All right, I accept the defendant's plea as knowingly and voluntarily given, finding the defendant guilty. Recommendations for sentencing, Mr. Regier.
Yes, Your Honor. On the sole count currently before the court, the state is prepared to recommend the minimum fine required by law of $300, that the court oppose appropriate court costs and determine attorney fees if appropriate. State would further recommend a suspended jail sentence of 120 days, subject to a non-reporting probation of 6 months. I would also further advise the court that at the previous setting in August, it would appear that the court did make certain orders concerning booking and bond. However, I have not seen any appearance bonds in this matter as of today's date.
Ms. Rangel Gonzalez, did you go out like I ordered and get your picture and prints taken?
No, ma'am, I didn't, because my truck was stolen but on that time, and then since I'm struggling with the job, and since I'm still homeless, I wasn't able to.
Truck was stolen.
Well, it's not very good to approach sentencing when you've already disobeyed a court order.
Okay. What can I do then?
I mean, it was a simple requirement. Just go out, get your picture and prints taken. The parties are recommending a non-reporting probation, but how can I trust you on your own without some kind of jail or supervision?
I promise I will do my best, and I will do what you asked me this time.
This time?
Yeah, I know because it's only me and my 14-year-old son. So I can't leave it with nobody.
No,
If I need to go by this week, I could go and get my fingerprints and my picture taken.
What town do you live in?
Kansas City, Kansas.
Where?
Kansas City, Kansas.
Okay. Your fine is $300. Your court costs are $108. Where do you work?
Chartreuse Caboose. It's a restaurant.
What do you get paid per month?
Chartreuse Caboose.
Probably like $800 a month right now.
Ooh.
And what do you pay for rent?
I'm not paying the rent right now.
Who's paying your rent?
Oh,
Your boyfriend?
I live in my car. I live in my truck right now.
You're living in your truck?
Yes.
With your 14-year-old?
And it was stolen?
Yes. We're looking for a place.
Okay, I'm going
I
to
just
waive
started
your...
working.
All right, I'm going to waive your attorney fees, but I do have to impose the minimum required by law of $300 and court costs of $108. Total due is $408.
She can't pay it.
Your jail sentence is 120 days. Now, if you do not want to serve that jail time, you must successfully complete a 6-month non-reporting probation. That means you don't have to see a probation officer, but you're still on probation for 6 months from today.
Okay.
You only have a couple of conditions, or several. One is violate no laws for the next 6 months.
Okay.
2 is pay that 408. How much time do you need to pay that?
If I could get 3 months the most, but I should have it
90
before.
days. 90 days to pay. And then the third condition, I'm going to give you one more chance on this. I don't always do this, but I'm going to tell you one more time to get that picture and print taken because I'm supposed to do that as a judge. Get your picture and prints. You won't have to post a bond anymore because her case is going to probation, deputy, but she still needs to make a time to have somebody bring you down here with a valid license, valid insurance, lights on your cars and so forth to get that done. How much time do you think you'll need to find somebody to get you down here to Butler County?
Can I do 2 weeks the most?
I'll give you 30 days. I'll give you 30 days to get that done. Get down to the jail. You're going to talk with Court Security 1. Yes, deputy.
I'm just going to give her a phone number to call and schedule it herself.
All right.
You ready to write it down there?
No, I need to get something to write with. Let me see.
Everyone on this screen, always bring a pencil and paper or pen and paper when you come to court. You will always have something to write down.
And if you don't, you should write down that you should always bring a pencil and paper.
Okay.
Even if it's
Okay, you ready? You need to call a man.
I'm not going to give out this number. 86753.
You failed to go out and get it done, and you need to get it done.
Okay.
And you pled guilty, so you don't need to post a bond.
Okay.
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 All
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But you have to have it done within 30 days, or you could end up getting, or you could get your probation revoked and serve 120 days in the county jail.
Okay, I will do. Thank you so much.
All right. You may go at this time.
Big news today, by the way, in the RA household. I haven't shared with you. Mrs. RA is getting a cell phone.
Okay, now, deputy, you don't have anybody left down there, right?
I look so red.
Ms. Rangel, you can just hang up. Okay. You can just hang up. All right. Mr. Patterson, any other special order you want to go in, or shall we start at the top?
Judge, that's fine.
All right. Well, he's up at the top under the A's. I'm not sure what his last name actually is, but it's Acevedo.
Here we go.
Membrano. Did I not? Have I made him wait this whole time after he helped us there?
Yep, you did, Judge.
William Alexander Acevedo Membrano. I'm butchering your name, I'm sure. I'm sorry. I was going to take you up right after those guys.
It's okay, Your Honor.
I'm just happy to be here.
And thank you for helping us. We are on the record in BU 2025 TR 1166.
Traffic ticket.
State of Kansas versus Acevedo Membrano. It's actually William Alexander Acevedo Membrano, and I know I'm not saying that right. My apologies. Jared Regier for the state, defended in person and with attorney Darren Patterson. Mr. Patterson, any announcements?
Yes, Judge, to the one sole count of no valid driver's license, my client would enter plea of guilty.
All right. Mr. Acevedo, you do not want to have a trial in this case? You want to admit the charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you're entering a plea of guilty, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is anyone making you enter this plea of guilty today by any threats or promises?
No.
And you know that with this plea, you're giving up your right to a trial, that you will be found guilty and unable to appeal your conviction?
Yes.
And where in Butler County on April 18th of 2025 were you driving without a valid license? Remember which roadway or highway?
I'm not really familiar with the
Okay, a lot of folks there.
Yes, I remember.
What do you think it was? What do you remember?
Mm,
You want
it
Mr.
was,
Regier? Mr. Regier can help us out if you need some refresher.
yes, please.
Mr. Regier?
One moment, Your Honor.
Very well.
He was busy on Facebook. Jumping back to the case at hand, Mr. Aguirre. The man, the myth, the machine, Mr. Aguirre has all the facts. Welcome, God, Recovery and Fitness. You've got like a 5-minute wait before you can chat, but once you can, say hi. Welcome. Thanks for subscribing.
Your Honor, were this case to proceed to trial on the issue of jurisdiction, the ticket does appear to refer to an intersection, specifically Southeast Turkey Creek and 400. States information is that is within Butler County boundaries between Augusta and Leon city limits.
That is that where you recall it being out there on Highway 400, also known as 54 Highway coming out of Augusta towards Leon?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I find the court does have jurisdiction and that the plea has been knowingly and voluntarily entered, finding the defendant guilty. Mr. Regier, I would ask if you have any recommendations for sentencing.
Pursuant to plea negotiations, the state is prepared to recommend a $100 fine, that the court impose appropriate court costs and determine attorney fees. State would further be recommending a suspended jail sentence of 120 days, subject to a non-reporting probation of 6 months, as well as any other orders the court may deem appropriate.
Regier throws the book
Very
at him.
Mr. Patterson, anything further?
We'd ask court to adopt the recommendations, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Acevedo, where do you work?
I'm a self-employed, Your Honor, and I do remodeling work.
Do you know how much you make per month on average doing that?
Sometimes I can make, I mean, it can vary. I can make from 1,000 a month to like 3,000 a month. It all depends on how much work I get.
What do you have going on right now?
Well, since it's already starting to get cold, I have very little work, but I can still come up with probably, I would say $1,500 a month.
Thank you, sir.
How
At
do you
this
get
time, your
there?
fine is $100. Your court costs are $108. I'm going to waive your attorney fees.
Yes.
So your total due is $208. Your jail sentence is 120 days, but you won't have to serve that if you successfully complete your probation. Your probation is for 6 months. It's non-reporting, so you won't see a probation officer, but you need to make sure that you violate no laws during the next 6 months and that you pay the $208. How much time do you need to pay that?
Well, if you can give me a
30
I would
days,
say
60 days?
90 days.
90 days it will be. You have 90 days to pay. So if you don't want to serve your jail time, make sure you pay within 90 days. And no, I said that wrong. Let's see. Make sure you violate no laws for 6 months and pay in 90 days. You said you could have it paid in 90 days. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now let's see. Did you go out and it looks like you posted a bond, so you won't have to go out again. So those are the only 2 conditions of your probation to keep from having to go to jail. Violate no laws for 6 months and pay in the time stated. Anything further, Mr. Regier?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Patterson?
Nothing further.
Not even a thank you.
All right, then, sir, thank you again for your help this morning in the interpreting, and you may go at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
Thank
He
you.
got his
You as well.
attorney fees waived, and that was it.
We'll now take up Allen on the record in BU 2025 CR 263, State of Kansas versus Antonio Lamont Allen. County Attorney Jared Regier for the state, Darren Patterson for the defendant, Antonio Lamont Allen. Please start your audio and video, Mr. Allen, if you want credit for being here and do not want a warrant. Click that little red, Mr. Allen, click that little, there you go. Can you hear me, sir?
There we go.
Yeah.
Yes,
yep,
I
got
can.
you.
Now your screen says Alan Romero. Are you Antonio Lamont Allen?
We have
Judge,
two Allens.
No, you're not.
We have Antonio Allen on there now, Judge.
Okay, I was mixing him up with Alan Romero. Okay, Antonio Allen, you are on here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Sir, you are charged with violation of a protection order in Sedgwick County District Court case number 24 DM 2410. This is a Class A misdemeanor. If convicted, your penalty could be up to a $2,500 fine and a year in the county jail.
Ooh.
Probation an option. Mr. Patterson, any announcements?
Judge would ask to have it set for pretrial February 23rd, 2026, and jury trial February 25th, 2026.
Mr. Allen sees something interesting
That
off
will
on the
be the order
horizon.
of the court. Mr. Allen, you must be back at those dates and times as your attorney will explain to you. You are to continue to follow any pre-existing orders in
Hang
this
on.
case,
I've got a
including the
prank call.
bond that you did post.
I've got a prank call. Hello? Hold on. Let me turn the volume up. Hold on. Hello? I'm doing well. Can you hear me now?
You can qualify for
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Sir, this call is about Medicare.
Madrigal?
Hello?
About Madrigal?
Sir, yes, sir, this call is about Medicare.
A boat? A boat named... What was the boat's name?
Sir, how old are you?
Harold? I'm not Harold.
Hello? How
My name is not
old
Harold.
are you?
No, Harold is someone else.
Okay, sir. Sir, how old are you?
I'm still not Harold. My name does not become Harold when you say my name is Harold.
Okay, sir. Sir, you have any Medicare card like blue, white, red card?
My car is white. And it's a bigger car. It's a Suburban. It seats 8.
I'm not taking your car.
You're taking my car?
Hello?
Hello? I'm sorry. That was mean of me a little bit, but they called me 3 times on Sunday. While I'm in church, they called me 3 times. But like, don't call me on a weekday when I can take your call. Okay, are we going back to?
Ordered to release all discovery to the defendant forthwith. Do you want a more specific time, Mr. Patterson, for when you want that?
Judge, we would just ask the state to provide actual proof of a journal entry of plea and sentencing so we can ensure that there was counsel.
And that is ordered. You said you have that, Mr. Regier, as part of the certified record. I'd order that be released within the next 2 weeks.
Very good, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, if there's nothing further, Ms. Beckman, you are continued on that.
And I'm sorry, Judge, what date was that set for?
January 26th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
You're
It's
welcome.
not the size of the
You are
pen that
excused at this
matters,
time under your
Ms.
bond.
Beckman.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
She had a big pen.
Will now be on the record in Calumet, on the record in BU 2025 TR 1311, State of Kansas versus Christopher Lee, Calumet, Jared Regier for the state. Darren Patterson for the defendant. Mr. Caluette, you must start your audio and video if you want credit for being here.
You
Thank
do want
you.
credit, just for the record. You want credit.
There we go. All
The
right,
alternative
Mr.
is
Patterson, any
benchmarks.
announcements at this time? Driving while suspended, second, an unsafe stop or turn?
Yes, Judge. I would announce at this time that Mr. Caluette would be entering a plea of guilty to count 1, driving while suspended, Class A non-person misdemeanor. I believe the state would agree to dismiss count 2 and return the infraction.
Mr. Regier, is that correct?
One moment, Your Honor.
I think Mr. Regier only blinks to make himself look more human.
No objection to proceeding in that fashion, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Caluette, how do you plead to count 1, driving while suspended after a prior conviction for the same?
Guilty.
Ooh,
By pleading guilty, are you admitting that you did the act accused?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone making you enter this plea today by any threats or promises other than your plea agreement?
No, ma'am.
You understand that if I accept your plea, you will be found guilty without a trial. You'll be giving up your right to trial and unable to appeal your conviction.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Deputy Claude Baraka filed an affidavit June 12th of 2025, alleging that you were driving a red 2012 Pontiac eastbound on milepost 234 Southwest Highway 54, Augusta, Butler County, Kansas. Would you agree that's where you were driving when you were stopped?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you were suspended at the time you were driving. Your license was.
Yes, ma'am.
And you did have a prior conviction for driving while suspended, as alleged in the charging document.
Yes, ma'am.
That's bad.
That would have been on
Repeat
December
offense.
21st, 2018 in Butler County District Court.
Yes.
All right. I will accept your plea as knowingly and voluntarily entered, finding you guilty of count 1, driving while suspended, a Class A non-person misdemeanor. I will dismiss count 2, the signal lane failure or improper lane change signal. That's the infraction on motion of the state for plea agreement. So, Mr. Regier, have you any recommendations for sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is prepared to recommend a $100 fine in this matter, that the court impose appropriate court costs and determine attorney's fees, as well as a $60 probation fee. The state would further be recommending an underlying sentence of 6 months, subject to a year of reporting probation. The state has no objection to the court imposing 10 days house arrest in lieu of the 5 days jail, subject to such conditions as the court may deem appropriate.
You may have to say that again. I was making a little bit of noise there.
Forgive me.
Reporting probation for a year, and what were the conditions? You said 10 days instead of 10 days house.
As previously indicated, Your Honor, the state has no objection to 10 days house arrest in lieu of the 5 days jail, subject to such conditions as the court may deem appropriate.
All right. And Mr. Patterson, anything further?
Judge, I am court appointed in this case. We would ask the court, though, to consider the 10-day house arrest work release in lieu of the 5 days jail. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Caluette, where do you work?
I work at Martin Interconnect, Wichita.
Interconnect, and what do they pay you each month approximately?
I just started, so I think my first check was just under 1,000.
For how? For a month or a week or 2 weeks?
That's for 2 weeks.
Okay. And you just started?
Yes.
And do you support children?
I mean, I help take care of my kids, yeah.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2 sons.
Okay. All right, Mr. Caluette, at this time, your sentence will be 6 months in the county jail, but I will give you a 1-year reporting probation. That means you will not have to, it means you will have a probation officer, and you need to call them as soon as this hearing is over. Do you have your pencil or pen?
Just a second, ma'am.
Oh. Sir, you heard the announcement.
And the area code 316-322-4153. Call them as soon as court's over and tell them you're reporting for
public number.
probation. The probation is for 1 year.
Okay.
If you violate it, you could get it revoked and serve that 6 months in the county jail. Now, your probation is going to require that you pay a $100 fine, 108 court costs, $60 probation fee. I will waive the 250 attorney fees to get you some time on your financial feet and help with your children. So I think the total, you're welcome. I think the total is about $268. How much time do you need to pay that, or do you want to just pay a 12th each month?
Yeah, I'll just pay on each month.
Okay, I'm in order that you pay a 12th each month.
If I can get it paid off sooner, I'll get it paid off sooner.
Right, that would be good for your benefit. And if probation needs to work with you on that a little bit and be a little flexible, they can. The big part's going to be you're going to either have to serve 5 days in jail or 10 days house arrest. Which do you want?
And 10 days house arrest with the work release.
Okay, you're going to have to wear an electronic monitoring device, and you're going to have to give the folks electronic monitoring your work schedule, because the only thing you're to be able to release 10 days house arrest, and you're to have that set up and started in 7 days, and you're only to be released for work and medical emergencies and court appointments if you have one.
So schedule a bunch of them.
All right, so call probation as soon as we're done, and call electronic monitoring. Mr. Patterson, can you give him that number? I think you're the only one around here that knows that.
Yes, Judge. Are you ready for the phone number?
8675309.
Mr. Collyway. Hello, Mr.
Yeah, he lost his pen. We're going to jump really quickly and check out what Middleton's doing.
Then, if I see you at Myers or something, I'll say hello. But how about if you don't come in here?
Oh, no, you won't see me no more here.
Right. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you're good to go.
Just got an email from Red Lobster.
They're going to give me a paper.
They now have Old Bay seasoning.
Yeah, you go see the ladies at the counter.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
I don't know what's going on. I think it's part of our national trauma. We had 10 drunk driving cases on Friday at the final pretrial, the first pretrial of the month. We had 5 drunk driving arrests over the weekend, 3 of which were women. And we had 5 really unpleasant ones right here. Yes. All right, we'll stop the live stream. I'll go late.
No, Judge. He bailed on us. Can I go back and see what the unpleasant ones were? Can we do that? Let's go back a little bit.
What the police report said.
After this one. The interpreter makes it really hard to work with.
It's very difficult. Thank you, Mr. Workman.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge has a meeting at lunch. He's a little late too.
All right, let's take up Mason Scott Schuster.
Yeah, don't drink and drive. Red Lobster sent me an email saying they have Old Bay seasoning for boils, and so I can get like a sailor's seafood boil, which includes like 2 pounds of shrimp and sausage and corn.
I'm going to do this one without an interpreter for Mr. Felt, so we hope we can do all right.
Add some snow crab legs to that.
I'm not sure how good of a record that was, frankly. We did the best we could, but I'll just leave it at that. Mr. Schuster. Yes, sir. This is file number 251687. You were charged with operating with a high blood alcohol level. That matter was reduced and you pled to a charge of operating while intoxicated.
Yes.
This may be the worst case of the day.
Uh-oh. What was the number?
Daniel Frazina has prepared the screening report, and I feel like I got a complete disconnect. There's a terrible accident where somebody has debilitating lifetime injuries, and I have a recommendation of 1 day jail read it one day and feel like I fell off a cliff or something. Mr. Felt, what would you like me to know?
Judge, actually, I had a question, if I may. Was there somebody injured in the other vehicle? Is that who you're referring to?
The police report, supplemental report, says that someone in his vehicle.
Right.
Right, and he was.
Yeah, hang on.
Has an extensive history of head injuries, nerve pain, and he was suffering from a pre-existing condition. And all of which have been getting worse since the crash. So that was a person in his vehicle. The people in the other vehicle weren't doing too great either. This car flipped over. There were 3 people in it, may or may not have been drunk. They hit another car. You
got a yee from the judge. It must have been bad.
Judge, that helped me. Thank you.
Yep. Ding dong.
All right.
Well, what I was going to say was this. Mason was in Kalamazoo at a Halloween party, was not planning on driving home.
Hence the
that
costume.
night, was going to stay. He gave a couple other people a ride up there. While they were up there, he drank, and he drank more than he should have, at least certainly to drive a vehicle. But the drinking was up there, and one of his occupants, incidentally the one you referenced, wanted to go home, change his mind, their mind, and wanted to go home, insisted on a ride home. So Mason was stuck in that regard, driving when he never intended to. Now, be that as it may, it's another example of poor decisions and judgments when you've been drinking. But nonetheless, the accident, now, my understanding of what happened in the accident was correctly stated his vehicle went off the road, flipped, etc. But he says none of the 3 of us got injured. He says the one occupant did ask to be examined. So he was ambulanced, I think, to 3 Rivers, but only treated and released. So if there's more injuries involved than that, he's never been notified by any insurance company or attorney representing an injured party. So we simply present to you, we're not aware of anybody seriously injured. We are aware that the occupant, his occupant, asked for an ambulance ride to the hospital, was treated and released, and we understood that was the end of that. Now, I don't know whether that enlightens you or adds more questions. But what I would say is this: when you mentioned one other case a while ago being more serious, his came to mind. I talked to him a little bit about it. When I just heard this prior case, I assume that's the one you were referencing, where there's a bad accident and bad injuries and et cetera. All I can say is in his case, he's not aware of any injuries other than the one occupant ambulanced and treated and released. Now, again, be that as it may, I would point out maybe the redeeming factors here is he did not flee and elude the police. He didn't get into a resisting or et cetera.
He couldn't flee.
So
his car was upside
there
down.
are some redeeming factors here. I submit to you, we only know this to be an accident because of alcohol, alcohol-related accident, and are not aware of any serious injury other than this treat and release.
All right, well, this happened a year ago, Halloween of 2024.
Whoa.
The affidavit has the wrong date in it.
Maybe
think
Megan,
this
maybe not.
has
Welcome to the gallery.
Miss Camfield's fingerprints on it, because she got here and somebody asked the state police to go back and better interview the the person in the vehicle. What the police report said, I spoke to Kirsten. Well, Miss Canfield wasn't here yet in February of 25. He went to the hospital to have his head checked. He stated no head scan was done, but his blood sugar was checked. He has an extensive history with head injuries, nerve pain stemming from his neck to his arm. He advised the issue with his neck has gotten worse. And bear in mind, this was February after the October accident. And he now has trouble rotating his head due to his neck pain. He has suffered from pre-existing conditions such as short-term memory loss, chronic headaches, light sensitivity, all of which has gotten worse since getting in the crash. As far as I'm concerned, that's operating while intoxicated, causing a serious or debilitating injury. But it also looks like they weren't particularly cooperative. I don't know that they ever got that person's medical records.
It's not Domino's.
So when it was
DiGiorno.
authorized, finally, like in June of this year, all that was authorized was high blood alcohol level and operating while intoxicated. There was no felony charge of operating while intoxicated with a serious injury. So this is what we got. But the police report, when they went back and re-interviewed the victim, and this has been a sore point of mine for some time. It's better now once Ms. Davis came, but they would have a bad accident and then they would never, passenger was removed by ambulance and they never checked to see what happened to the person. Then you find out they've got terrible debilitating injuries, and this happened multiple times in the last several years. So I didn't know if that's what this was. So it happened in October. They asked for further investigation. That has Ms. Davis's fingerprints on it. She took office in December, and this would have been a case that she would have inherited from the previous administration. So she or somebody, Mr. Gabry or her, asked the police to do some more investigation, which they did. Then several months later, Ms. Camfield authorized this. It also appears that that witness and his parents were not particularly cooperative with the prosecutor. But it is a situation where he crashed into somebody else's car, rolled his car over with 2 people in it, and could have killed 5 people. And his blood alcohol was over the high limit for high blood alcohol level. He also has some prior criminal history, and he's only 22 years old.
Fading away. When I sit back, I fade away.
So with that, maybe we'll get enlightened more from the prosecutor. But reading the police report, this looked like a 5-year felony instead of a 93-day misdemeanor. But the prosecutor has the discretion to do the charge and the plea offer, and they know more about the case than I do. And we always have to remind ourselves of that. So with all of that, Mr. Felt, go ahead.
Basically, all I was pointing out to the court was my client wasn't aware of any other injuries if they did happen. And he hasn't been, it's been quite a while, as you pointed out. He hasn't been contacted by anybody suggesting.
Well, the kid said, we don't consider him to be a friend anymore. So I don't think they had any further contact after the accident.
I'm only pointing out he hasn't been contacted by anybody suggesting an above threshold injury.
But now he's mad.
Yeah, so there was no insurance claim or anything made?
Correct.
Okay.
Or no civil suit.
All right. Ms. Camfield, what's your thought here?
Well, Your Honor, what I can tell you, I think we were in the midst of changing our computer storage systems for these cases, and I now see supplemental reports that the court is referring to that were not available to me at the time of charging or I very likely would have charged this at the felony level. That being said, it was a serious matter. There were apparently for that passenger that was injured pre-existing conditions that may have been made worse, and that would be perhaps one of the difficult things to differentiate at trial as to what was pre-existing and what was the actual injury from the accident, although you do somewhat take your victim as you find them if you make a condition worse. I do think that a period of probation with the victim impact panel and alcohol monitoring is definitely in need here. I do also think that we should reserve restitution for any of the individuals who were injured or whose vehicles were damaged if there's not a suit that's going to come forward. He has 2 prior criminal charges, leaving the scene of an accident and controlled substance use, which is also concerning. I frankly think that because of the severity of the injury and the fact that it wasn't charged as a felony, this is another instance in which 30 days of jail would be appropriate in addition to the community service that's recommended. I mean, there has to be more than an overnight while you're intoxicated wake-up call in these types of instances. It could have, we just had a serious accident on 131 southbound in Kent County or Allegan County, I guess a little bit further south, where 4 people died. And obviously in these accidents that can occur, particularly if a vehicle flips. So I do think that the jail is warranted if we've overcome the presumption of fines and costs in this particular matter. And I would ask that the remainder of the recommendation of Mr. Frazine be followed.
Wow.
Daniel, what's your thought?
Well, I was very concerned about, obviously, anytime you rear end someone when you're drinking is bad. Then, as near as I could tell, and from the information that I have, they couldn't really determine whether what was caused from this accident and what was predetermined. There's bad blood between both parties. One says it's his alcohol, one says it's not. One says they're both say they're not each other's friends. So it's bad blood going back and forth, which fuels stuff. And obviously, you get an accident like this, that would cause you to be upset, obviously. So, and I think part of it is we do get kind of desensitized after a while. You think, well, it's not a felony. I mean, 173 is high, but we're so used to getting so many high ones now. Do I think that jail could be obviously a factor in here and be applicable? I do. I think probation's huge. He's very young. I kind of structured the community work service for a couple of days, and actually it should say 16 hours because I know we use about 8 hours a day, which would be the equivalent of 2 other days in jail. He made a really poor decision. He's lucky he's not dead. He's lucky that no one else is dead, and he rear-ended, and it is serious. And like I said, but as far as the injuries, as near as I could tell, there's nothing concrete that I had that said, well, yeah, this accident caused it. Now, is there a likelihood? Yes, there is. But I didn't have anything that's saying, and I didn't think the follow-up was all that detailed. And like you said, we do have some issues with that. It's getting better, and I'm hoping it continues to get better with a follow-up on that, because it would have been nice to know if there was definitely some injuries that were caused by this. But this is my recommendation, and I would totally understand the court added more jail days.
Mr. Schuster, what would you like me to know?
Defendant speaks.
Is there anything you'd like
I'm
to
sorry,
tell?
Judge, I am distracted.
No need for apology. You were talking with your client. That's appropriate. Mr. Schuster, is there anything you want to tell me?
I just want to say I'm truly sorry about what happened. I mean, I understand the severity of it, but it's been over a year. I don't drink anymore, or I hardly do. I drink on occasion. Back when the accident happened, Kirsten or whatever his name is, he told me that he was released the same night. He was beat up by the police 2 years prior because he had fled and eluded and done this and that, which is what caused the nerve damage. That's what caused the nerve damage. I was never told that he was more injured or anything from that. I truly believe he's just doing this to try to get me in trouble because he's upset with me.
All right, I can tell that you're not very remorseful, you dope. He didn't try to get you in trouble. They reached out to him and he was uncooperative with them. You crashed your car with a .173 blood alcohol. You rear-ended another car and almost killed 2 people.
Sir, I understand.
You rolled your car over multiple times with a couple people in there. And your response is, he's trying to get me in trouble.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say, sir.
It's what you said. It shows you don't have any remorse. So before you dig your hole any deeper, what else would you like me to know?
I just would like you to know I truly am remorseful for what happened.
Let me repeat. You hit a car with 2 people in it. You rolled your car over 3 times with 3 people in it. Your blood alcohol was 2 times the legal limit.
173.
It took a year or about for you to get arrested on this. In February, the new prosecutor inherited it, asked for more information, which we didn't completely get. We didn't check with him either, apparently. The affidavit says he advised of lasting effects from the head injury. And then there was the follow-up, and then the follow-up got lost in the shuffle or something. So
I'm predicting a change of address for this kid.
So what I said is I feel like I'm in the wrong universe. We had the young boy from El Salvador, who's a 2-something, crashes his car, leaves the scene of the accident, runs a stop sign, fights with the cops. The next man is a 289. He's 57 years old. He's an Indian immigrant. He crashed into a car, left the scene of the accident.
.289.
And you crashed into a car, injured the people in your car. And well, this happened a year ago. Sometimes it takes a long time for these to get authorized. I don't know all the circumstances. Some had to do with the change of office.
Good luck, Emily. You're gonna
once you got arrested, you've been cooperative. But this ain't a 1 day in jail credit 1 day. Unless I might as well retire and go 10 roses or something.
Lots of sound bites today.
So I'm not sure what is the right answer. You're 22.
23. Yes.
23. But you do what 23-year-olds do. The young boy from El Salvador went out and got drunk and then drove his car. It's like, well, of course. You drink way too much at a party, and then when you get to that point, you lose your judgment. It's like, well, I can drive. You had to drive all the way from Kalamazoo to where you were, where you finally crashed into the back end of this other car. We've had a terrible year of accidents on 131. Ms. Camfield just remarked to the one that happened in Allegan County within the last 14 days where 4 people were killed. This guy isn't going out of his way to get you in trouble. What it says, as far as I can tell, nobody ever got his hospital information. Prosecutor requested additional information from passenger Kirsten Richards regarding current medical condition. and all passengers from both vehicles need to be interviewed. That's either Mr. Gabry or Ms. Davis in January, right after they took office, saying, hey, this case needs some more work. Kudos to them. In February, contacted Kirsten's parents to receive call from him concerning his medical status. Parents seemed to be uncooperative. Contacted parents of subject taken to hospital after crash. Interview a subject requested by the prosecutor's office. So they wanted to know what the guy had to say. And he says it's all gotten worse since the crash. But it wasn't like he was like, hey, please interview me. Now, who's this? Somebody's here by telephone. Which case are you here on?
I am here for meeting ID 905-646-3210.
Yes, that's this court, but what case is it about?
Oh, case number 25-2110, section 1.
Or who are the people, who are the parties?
Brenda Garn and Tiffany Schweitzer.
I don't believe it's set for noon.
No, it's set for 3 o'clock.
Oh, well, you're early.
You're really early.
A little bit.
All right, I'll see you
Do
at
I
3
just
o'clock.
hang up and call back?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, that's a small claims litigant here several hours early. Okay. I keep cutting you off, then we got interrupted. I still got 2 more cases that I need to address. Anything else that you want to tell me?
Not much, sir.
Are you working somewhere now?
Yes, sir.
All right, where is that?
I'm working for my father doing home repair and
All right, that's what he said.
remodeling.
You do drywall?
I do everything really.
All right, what's the name of the company?
Schuster's Home Repair and Construction, I believe. I can get exact details after this for sure.
Well, you're going to lose your driver's license as a result of this. There's nothing I can do about it.
I understand that.
But I agree, a probation is needed here. I'm gonna do a 24-month probation, which can be discharged at the end of 12 months.
And what about alcohol monitoring, Judge?
I'm gonna order 11 days, credit 1, leaving 10 days to serve, which will be served on the weekends.
Judge has
I'm supposed to do these sentences proportionally. And according to the Auburn Hills Court of Appeals case, I'm not exactly even sure what that means. It is your first drinking driving offense, and it did in fact not get charged as a felony. In fact, they even reduced it from high BAC. So it's just a regular OUIL first offense. There's this $300 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, $100 screening fee. You hired your own attorney, $960 probation oversight fee. Ms. Canfield, do you have a police reimbursement in your file?
I did not see on that. Let me just check. I'm not seeing one, Your Honor, but it would be to Michigan State Police for a blood test and an accident.
The other one I just did $200.
Mhm.
Drinking driving is an expensive proposition, Mr. Schuster. There's a commercial that says that, and it certainly is true.
Yes, sir.
$300 plus 125 plus 100 screening fee, 960 probation oversight fee. That could be cut in half if you do it in a year. $200 police reimbursement and a $32 victim impact fee. 1717 doing 1 year. And if we subtract 480 from that, it would be about $1,237. You need a timeout. You don't really realize it. You feel like you got beat up a little there, but you dodged a great big bullet.
Yes, sir.
Not the least of which is 4 other people didn't get killed that night. And they didn't charge you with a felony. We have about 8 of those cases pending. Several deaths. We probably have 5 drinking, driving with a death case pending. A couple more under investigation. 5 from this year. A few more where there's a serious debilitating injury. One person was charged with murder, second-degree murder. I want you to go with Daniel for this probation, and I want you to comply with it. No drugs, no alcohol, test as directed,
Yes, sir.
including no marijuana. I don't know if you're a recreational marijuana user, but you can't use it. We're
Not
going to
anymore.
test your blood periodically. We're going to get an assessment. You're going to go to the victim impact panel. You're going to pay me about $1,237 in the next year. All right. And you can't drive. And don't get another one of these or you'll really get on the merry-go-round.
No, I can assure you.
All right. Very good. You're good to go.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
No civil suits from that one.
Judge, your prior comment, I'd suggest you're better off here sending messages than you are retired sending roses. That's my thought on the matter.
Okay. I did send a message to our old friend Robert P. Karras today because today is the 250th anniversary of the Marine Corps.
Well, that's great.
All right, we're still struggling
Superfly.
here. Let's talk to Heinrich Payne.
Hooah! All right, this is the last one. We're going to go to lunch here in just a minute. I guess we could go right now. Yeah, I think we're going to go right now. Hold, please. I didn't realize it's already 1 o'clock. That went fast. I think we're going to go to lunch right now. Here's why. We might come back for just a little bit this afternoon, and then I have the town live stream that I have to do tonight. I volunteered to do that again for them, and I have to get everything ready because it's not. It's just everything is scattered all over the place. So I've got to put the pieces, parts and pieces together, make sure everything works, and get that set up for tonight for their live stream. And then tomorrow being Veterans Day, we don't anticipate starting a new trial then. Now, there are a couple trials that have started. Excuse me, I'm getting the hiccups right when I'm talking. There are a couple trials that have started just recently that we might play catch up on, but I wasn't going to start on and then have like a break and then start again and like that. So there's a couple trials that have some things in them that we're worried about for the the well-being of the channel. So let us do a little work on that end and see what's up. But lunch right now. I'll make a portal. That way you guys know we're coming back. We'll schedule a stream, create new. There we go. So right now it's 1 o'clock, so we're going to come back at 1:45. Gives us a 45-minute lunch. We'll portal to it, and I think that's it. There we go. All right, everything's set up to go now. All right, grab yourself some lunch. Get yourself a little break. We're having a little bit of a court hop, a quiet day today. When we come back, we'll do a little more court hopping. Thurston County is active right now. We'll probably keep an eye on that. What courtroom is that? 1? District Court 1? Thurston 1. Okay, I'll take a look at that one. And we'll have some stuff to go over this afternoon. And then tomorrow, not sure if we're going to do a full day or not with the Veterans Day. I don't know who's going to be active. But we'll do that. And then hopefully new trial started on Wednesday. Does that work? Hope so. All right. Tonight, when you go home, please hug the people you love, smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better. Please stay safe. We'll go live again in 45 minutes, 1:45 for afternoon. You guys have a good lunch. We'll see ya.
Hello. You don't put a diplomatic plate on a hoopty.
Because he's the guy.